Hey everybody, my name is Old School Nerd. Welcome in at 6 o'clock, and tonight is the first night of what I hope will be many, many nights of nerddom plus a woman. I don't know how that's going to work, but your guess is as good as mine. Okay, so wait, Mike, did you just? There's so much echo in here. Okay, Chelsea, at 100% is your video.
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know what to do.
Is sound coming out of your computer?
Is that better now?
Let's see if it repeats when I talk. or when Michael does another one of those really loud cough things. Stop laughing, David. It's not funny. That's your father, bro. I think we're in good shape.
It is funny because he's my father. That makes it funny.
Good point. All right, so roll call around the room. We have Chelsea maybe in the upper left-hand corner. My upper left-hand corner. This probably looks completely different to all of them. We have David, which is D-Legend from the guys. This is the guy who's responsible for Diggy Diggy Hole. The gentleman that says Ice 360, that's the a-hole that keeps making you guys have to watch my reactions to Eurovision content. So he's totally responsible. He's also the Dungeon Master. Not that any of us know who that is. The gentleman in the lower right-hand corner, that is Mike Dietz. That's the guy who made the knife. So please don't piss him off. He slices people. The guy down in the middle, bottom, in our bottom square today for Hollywood Squares is the only person I know of that has more collectible toys than pretty much anyone that we know. That's Magnet. And the gentleman to the bottom left is the person responsible for more stupid shit on my channel than anyone in the history of my channel. That's Eunice from Finland. So we have Finland, Iceland, and we have Oregon twice, Louisiana twice. Magnet, where are you from again?
Wisconsin, Milwaukee.
Wisconsin, Milwaukee. Okay, so we've got beer covered, so that's cool. Okay, so just to let everyone know who cannot see this, Vlad is here. Sorry, Chelsea. Vlad said your makeup is on point. Vlad said Michael Dietz's beard is 10 out of 10. And Vladimir is also upwards for Magnet being beer and cheese is what Wisconsin is known for. Okay, everyone, this is where I shut up. And I know that seems weird, but I'm going to turn the stream over now to Gummy, who's in the upper right-hand corner. He's our Dungeon Master. So what he says goes. If you reset it, should find it.
So, hello. Wow, this is my first stream ever. If I get stuck, sometimes it's usually my brain is thinking in Icelandic and translating into English, or I'm just trying to find something to say. Anyway,
sometimes all three.
I'm so glad that I managed to finagle Old School to have a game with us. Where did I lost all of you. So, all right. What we are going to play is a game of D&D. I know that some of you know the rules, some of you are familiar with the rules, and some of you are completely new. And the world we're going to play in is the Domains of Dread, where like the most famous vampire, Strahd von... I just forgot his name. His name is Strahd. I'm basing this off a module I have called Curse of Strahd. It came out a while ago, and it's a fun world. The Domains of Dread, they are created by these dark powers, usually just called the dark powers, and each domain has their own Dread Lord. Strahd being the Dread Lord of Barovia, and he's the vampire, and yeah. So I'm not going to go too much into the rules of the game. It's easier to just pick them up. I'm just going to say this, that all games have an action economy, be it from a regular board game or a computer game. There's always just so many things that you can do. The actions in D&D usually just come into play during combat or when we're tracking initiative. And they are you have an action. An action is like casting a spell or making an attack up close or at range, or doing something that requires like heavy activity. You have a bonus action. Everybody can use a bonus action to like attack with an offhand weapon. If you are using, if you're attacking, if you're making an attack with your regular weapon, you can always use a bonus action to attack with an offhand weapon that you're proficient in.
Question.
Without,
yes. Gummy, with my guy, wouldn't my bite be an offhand action as well? In a melee?
Yes, okay.
You can. Just checking.
Yeah. I'm when I run a game, I don't go rules heavy. I usually go with the rule of cool if it makes sense. If it's far out there, you will expect me to say just not just no to your face, but I will try to find a different route for you to go, if that's okay.
Have you seen the comments that all of you put on my stream and my channel? I think things that are cool or okay absolutely make no sense to the six of us. We have no idea what that means.
We're just not cool?
No, we have no idea what we're doing. I know that.
So I did send you all a text on the Instagram group where I asked you to think about where your character was, what he or she was doing during the time when the mists of Ravenloft appeared and kidnapped your character. That is what the mist does. It just kind of appears, rolls over when you're least expecting it, or rolls over all around you and just traps you in it until it eats you up and transports you to the demi-plane that contains the domains of dread. Usually, I'm taking some liberties here because I'm allowed. I'm a DM, and I'm people that are familiar with Ravenloft. They will see that I'm using the mist as a location unto itself. So don't be alarmed if people start yelling at in the chat. So yeah, old school, because you are hosting. Could you tell us and the people viewing who your character is? And
oh yeah. All right, let me pull mine up. Okay, my character is a lizard folk ranger. His name is Better Astis Enthrolaton, which we take the first two letters of his first and last name, and people just call him Bean. This is where I read my backstory or no?
It's all up to you how you want to introduce your character.
Okay, well,
it could be short and sweet, or it could be long and cause the entire stream.
And right now, the other 5 people in the game are now rolling their eyes because they're like, "Oh shit, Old School's never done anything short and sweet." So here we go. This is his picture.
Wrap it up.
you better get some Oscar music real quick. I'm gonna. If it's okay, I'm just going to read my story. That way it goes a little faster. The only problem is I don't know where I left it here. Is it on the sheet or no?
He just wants to brag because it's really good.
It's not really good. I didn't say it was really good. You said it was really good.
It should be under
That's because I
notes.
have
Oh, it should
nothing.
be under my notes. Where are the notes on the sheet? See, this is why I'm really good at this.
This the window with all the actions. There are some things on the top of that window where you can see the notes, actions, equipment, features, and traits.
Ah, there it is. Notes. Okay. I'll go ahead and read it. I am the last of my brood. I grew up with a brood of 46 lizard men. My skills as lead huntsman led me far in search of prey, and once the death of my father occurred, I became the head champion as well as ranger of the valley we call home. A necromancer infected a human village in a neighboring lakeside across the mountain line from our valley. All of the humans were turned into the undead. A scouting party who had been trading with the humans for some time had seen the undead moving among the huts of the village and rescued the last remaining uninfected human. Upon their return, the human told us his tale and begged us to avenge his village and assist in killing the necromancer, which he said would bring the rest, which would also bring rest to his fellow villagers, as they would no longer be animated by the dark wizard's power. I took it upon myself to hunt the necromancer, knowing that one sure shot of my bow would kill him, ending this nightmare. I was deceived. There was no necromancer in the human village, only the undead, mindless, and lost. When returning to my own home to discover my clutch had been devastated by the same necromancer that had brought death to the humans, as I killed each member of my clutch, one by one, seeking both peace for them as well as the evil that brought them to this level of horror, I found no necromancer. In the end, I counted them all, 45 members of my brood, lifeless corpses dead burning on a pyre, but no human among them. The surviving human was the necromancer, playing the same sick, evil game as he feasted on the souls of the deceased. I am now an outlander, ever moving, always listening for signs of a story similar to mine. I have crossed many a valley and have heard no stories like mine, but I have no brood to call my own. My search never ends. I cross a stream over a log. I climb, a fog approaches me. It's very odd considering there is little moisture in the air today. And that's where I start.
That's a very nice story.
Did everyone else hear him sound a lot like Borat just now? It's very nice. My storyteller is number 6 prostitute in all of Kazakhstan. Very nice.
I didn't want to interrupt you, but the food is at the back door.
Okay, well, while you guys are doing yours, I'm going to go get food.
Right. So, Chelsea, since you're living with old school.
Okay, so basically, I created Mistwin, who is a female forest gnome druid. And for argument's sake, because this is my very first foray into D&D, Richard and I had kind of discussed the fact that because I do have this fog spell to allow us to kind of escape any situation, the thought was perhaps I cast this spell and was kind of taken over by this other fog. And now that I am here with all of you, I have no memory of what happened before and how I ended up here. And that is serving two purposes. One, I did not write a backstory, and two, I want to kind of leave everything kind of open and on the table for me, at least for the foreseeable future.
Cool. So kind of like a river mentality, like River from Firefly, not really remembering stuff. Yeah.
Exactly. I also have push to talk on as of like 10 minutes ago, so if I forget, just holler at me.
No worries, no worries. I think old school will do just that. Yeah, this actually works kind of quite well because I can now introduce you before you all continue. I can introduce you to something called mist madness or fog madness. That's a thing in Ravenloft. it can affect you in such a way as to, well, you might forget how to use a certain skill, or you might learn a different skill in place of another skill, or you might forget things from your past. Sorry, from your past, because the mist kind of feeds on those who enter it and never leave. But who knows?
Okay, so in that case, let me start over. So I have Mist Madness.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Okay, I'm posting your sheet in the stream right now, Chelsea.
Yeah. All right, Mr. Magnet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so my name is Sorum, and I am playing as a Loxodon monk, which means I am a half elephanty humanoid person. Not half, like my species is just an elephant humanoid. And my backstory is that I grew up in a place called the Ivory Oaks, or just outside of it, from Ravnica. And my mother passed away in birth, and my father died shortly thereafter. He was a warrior and died in a battle. So I was orphaned very early. And because the Loxodons are very communal, they took me in as an orphan of basically the people of the community. But as I grew, Loxodons are very black and white in their mentalities. There's not really a lot of sarcasm, and things are just either this way or that way. And when I was just a kid of 25, because Loxodons live to be about 400 years old, a Loxodon monk was passing through, and he captivated me because he had, different ways of thinking. He was very philosophical, and I just felt this call to follow him. And so I left that little area, that community, and followed him to his monastery of other Loxodon monks. And there I was introduced to many different philosophies, and there was a vast library. Because Loxodons have a very strong memory, I often find myself rereading the books in my head while I meditate to just pass the time. It's something that I really enjoyed. And for the first few years that I was there, I kind of really got interested in the way that my master fought. I started to learn martial arts, but then I begged him when I was 45 to teach me his specific style. It captivated me again. This man that brought me in, I wanted to be like him. So for the next 50 years, he taught me everything he knew, and I never once beat him in a sparring match. But unfortunately, he passed away just after I was 100, and I felt that rather than staying in this place, I wanted to wander and explore the world and meet more people, share my philosophies, share what I've learned. And so I ventured out and onward. I bring with me a special brew, because one thing we did at the monastery was create a lot of beers. And I carry a big barrel of it, and I make it as I'm traveling as well and share it with people that I meet. And as I was traveling and had left a town, and a big mist came up, and my master said, well, when a situation faces you and you know where you've come, the only way you can go is forward. So I just decided I will enter the mist and see where it takes me.
Okay, that was really, really good. Technically, I think it's better than my, Halloween story shit. But I do want to say that your story is in error in only one way. Actually, your elephant guy is actually from Green Bay, the village of Green Bay. You don't know who your father is, but the villagers speak of a wandering charlatan with the last name of Favre.
Oh,
And
God. Please no! I hate him so much.
and he's
I
not
hate
leaving
him.
town for some quest. It's because all the lonely housewives try to climb up on his trunk. All right, so let's move on. Who's next? I have to say this stuff now to get it out of the way. Or we'll
I'll
never
save
end.
all the physical. Yeah, that's fine. I'll save all the physical descriptions of who I am until we actually meet.
Guys, I could have warned you this was going to happen. I'm sorry.
They already know.
I look forward to the jokes.
Come on, I posted a picture of the guy. He's with the elephant with the it looks good, man.
Well, that's just from a magic card because the whole Loxodon's come from magic. That's the Ravnica thing. I do intend, if this continues on, to maybe commission artwork of all of our characters.
Ooh, that would be interesting. I
I
do
think it
want
would
to
be a
say
really cool
that
thing.
I do want to say that I think it's very, very interesting that you went with a monk, right? A kung fu monk using an animal actually larger than a panda.
It's true. I am 7'4". I wanted to be tall for once in my life.
And you thought watching Kareem Abdul-Jabbar doing kung fu in the 70s was something cool. There you go. Who's
All
next?
right, so let's move a couple of hours into the future and Mr. Jonas.
All right, so hello from Tuesday. I am playing, surprisingly enough, a human paladin. So everybody who knows me and has played with me before knows that I always play humans and either fighters or paladins, so this is a surprise. But this time around I'm playing a Duval Delamont, who is a second son of the Delamont family. So he's a noble birth, and he is a part of a family of very known and great mages. So all of his family are great mages except for Duval. And because of his lack of skills with any kind of arcane stuff, he was moved to the care of the Order of Samular at the age of 10, who is also known as the Holy Order of Samular in Forgotten Realms. And ever since he's been a young squire, he has learned the ways of the blade and of the mounted combat. And at the age of 20, he was given the lowest rank of like the initiated knight inside of the order. Now, Duval has been on his quest to gain a higher ranks inside of the order, and he was actually part of a knight detachment that got lost into the fog, and that's why he is inside of the fog. And inside of the fog, he lost all of the other knights. He don't know where they are, and he also lost his mount. Unless with my small knight, so side note in here, the DM wants to give me a horse at the start of the campaign, which I don't know if you want to give me one, Gummy, but I can always hope. The cool picture that you can see as my token is actually a commissioned work from my friend called Nora's Meow in Instagram, and she does an awesome art, so everybody should check her out at some point.
I'll definitely
More
be doing
shout out
that.
to a friend.
You should send me a link.
I think the GM should make you ride the cow. I mean, the bard.
I can ride it. That's cool.
Coming up next.
Let's go for let's head back into Monday and Mr. Michael Dietz.
Hello, everybody. I am playing Marloff the Minotaur, Bard. He grew up an orphan, running from town to town, being mistreated and abused for what he is, doing odd jobs, having to thieve at times, camp cook for a band at one point. As he grew, learned to play some instruments and eventually started singing and playing for his meals, going from town to town. At one point, a noble tried to run him out of town, but then he realized, hey, I'm bigger than this guy. And from that point on, he started defending those that could not defend themselves. Now he's a self-proclaimed knight of the little people, running from town to town and doing what he can to stop the bullies and defend those who can't. found himself between towns and traveling through the forest when the mist came upon him.
What's your preferred instrument as a bard?
Oh, that would be the bagpipes.
Jesus. I'm sorry. Yay. Okay, now it's my turn to pick on Mike. Okay, let's be honest. We all know where he got this. He's just thinking himself, okay, he's a bull with horns, heavy metal. His last name is Vakken. He just doesn't tell anyone this. His legend will live on in German music festivals forever. However, the people that don't understand his music and tried to keep it from the masses was from a village called Amuse, deep in the Japanese forest. So that's really the story of Michael. It's for everyone else. So there you go.
I see you on there. Let's get back on.
So, last but not least, David. Diggy hole. Eats.
Hey, he's frozen up for a second. He's trying to get back on.
No worries, no worries. Oh, I see he's using the token I created for him as a picture. Kind of cool.
Yeah, that'll be the token that gets us actually copyright claimed. Because it's literally like, looks exactly like the band leader.
All right. There we go.
All right, Dave.
Welcome back.
All right. So is it my turn?
Yes,
It's your
it
turn.
is.
All right.
Yes, it is.
So I am the dwarf sorcerer Francesco Cavalieri. I was born with a rare deadly condition that basically would have killed me almost at the age of 2 months old, but the God Moradin gave me the touch and saved my life. And ever since I have been in his debt, I joined a church. And one day, as I was healing the locals, Dave came over of the mist and kidnapped me.
Short and sweet. I like it.
Okay, so this affliction that you had from a very young age, is it wearing a blue shirt? Does it have a beard? Well, eventually we do think you'll grow out of it. I'm just asking.
I have no idea what you're talking about, sir.
Neither does Dave. It's fine.
All right. So, the mist might have appeared before you at different times in your lives, but being of magical nature and time doesn't really affect it so much, you pretty much enter the mist at nearly the same time. And as you were wandering through the mists, you found yourselves meeting others who were drawn into the mists. Think of this like people banding together during a zombie apocalypse, where you're moving from town to town, and there are always more and more people joining up, and then being slaughtered by the creatures that inhabit the mist, or you're being driven insane. And the first character to actually, the character that actually drew you all together, you heard through the mist this loud wailing sound of horrendous pipes being blown in the wind, and you came upon the Minotaur, where he was marching through. Well, marching more rather limping through the fog after his mount was attacked and eaten by these white worms that kind of just floated through the mist and devoured the horse. And that's where you met the Minotaur, and through his playing of the bagpipes, you drew in more people, until eventually you discovered that his bagpipes were also drawing in creatures living in the mist. So you told him to pack the thing away before he got you all killed, which unfortunately almost happened. If you've seen the movie The Mist, there were creatures 2 feet tall, 10 feet tall, 20 feet tall, gigantic creatures. You came upon a lag once that almost stomped into you or impaled one of you. In fact, the lag actually impaled one of your compatriots. And at some point, you took up the mantle of a hero, an adventurer. And when that thought struck you, you found a gravel road. And the gravel road led you to a village. This village has houses, tall, dark houses, quiet, boarded up, looking like beaten down tombstones nestled within the mist. You can see lights behind the boarded up windows. Some movement here and there. People seem to have noticed you, but they are fearful of newcomers. And that's the feeling that you get. Nobody really wants to associate with you. Like you saw an inn, and as you approached the inn, a hand quickly darted outside and put the closed sign on and just slammed shut. You've been wandering through the town, and getting kind of lost because everything looks kind of the same. The mist is there. The fog kind of at the boundaries of the town. Not really rolling into the town, more like enveloping the town itself. The light is gloomy, like on a dark, rainy day where you just want to sit down and have a warm broth or something just to get the heat in you. And you start hearing, coming from an alleyway, a soft whimpering, like the soft cries of children. You spot 2 kids, a young boy and a girl. The girl appearing quite a bit older than the boy. She's trying to shush the kid, trying to shush him quiet. And yeah, it seems like they're living on the street. There's a tent near one of the houses. The embers of a campfire slowly dying out, as if it had been doused with water. In fact, you can actually see a water bucket on a side near the campfire. It's like they were trying to hide from you. After the so what are you going to do? Are you going to investigate the children, or are you going to investigate the town itself?
I'll go up to the children.
All right.
Sounds like a great idea. Someone else go forward first. That's awesome.
Yeah, let's not send to the frightened children the big Minotaur or the giant elephant man.
Yeah, and not the
little
lizard
dwarf.
guy. Now you didn't say that I couldn't eat the kids. You said I couldn't eat anyone in the party. I remembered. Thank you.
Yes. Never kill anything that you aren't going to eat. That's the lizard folk mentality.
I'm gonna eat that gnome.
Plus, kids, it's kind of like veal, nice and tender.
True. So the girl, she just kind of just moves her little brother behind her, and she's like she's trying to look brave, but she's obviously quite frightened.
I ask what's going on here.
She whimpers, and a single tear streaks down her cheek, and she says, "We can't go home. There's a monster in our house."
Monster. Kind of monster.
I don't know. We've only heard it screaming in the basement.
Okay, starting rule. I can eat the monsters, guys, so those actually is totally open.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to.
I might have a recipe for that.
Cool. Hey, Cal, play some dinner music, bro. Okay. Sorry. I say we send the gnome in. Wait, why aren't we having the gnome talk to the kids? We're having
Yeah, the gnome is the same height.
Yeah, and everybody knows that kids will actually talk to a little old lady, even though she might look like, Frankenstein's bride and shit. Let's give it a try. I think we should definitely make Chelsea talk to the children.
Yes, Miss Win. I saw him. I put my big elephant, I lean way down.
If you tusk my girlfriend, bro, it's on.
I just put one of my elephant fingers on her shoulder and say, "Hey, why don't you go talk to them? I don't think the dwarf is doing very well."
I am a very charismatic dwarf, just so you know.
Dude, you're trying to dig holes and stick kids in them.
What monster?
So, do I get to ask them how long this has been going on?
You can ask them anything you want.
Yeah, that's the beauty of role-playing, and you can ask them anything you want. Anything.
Well, that's what I would like to know. How long has this been an issue?
She tells you it's been so long she barely remembers. Possibly, it could be a year, 2 years. She doesn't know, and she sniffles and wipes her nose on the sleeve of her tattered shirt.
Okay, so I will put my short little gnome arm around her shoulders, and I will reassure her that the large lizard man over there would love to accompany her to the basement to find out.
Blind children.
She looks at you, and you notice that she there's this spark of hope deep in her eyes, like she hasn't. It's like she hasn't felt this way for years. Like her everybody has. You get the feeling that everybody has shunned her and her brother, and you were the first people you were the first person to actually interact with her in a well humanoidy way. Seeing that the only human is Eunice. Is your name pronounced Eunice or Junus or?
In Finnish, my name is pronounced Jonas, but like everybody else has been pronouncing it, it's completely okay.
Okay, so FYI, in Icelandic, you would be actually called Jonas.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Most of my Scandinavian friends call me Jonas, so everything works.
In this stream, we call him that guy.
That guy. That's good enough.
Okay, so even though I have a lot of comedic interest in this stream, I do want to share with the group real quick classic tale of two hungry little kids outside of a house with a basement and a witch and people getting eaten and these two little grunions. I don't trust it. I'll be over here if you need me. And I'm going to go stand behind. I'm going to go stand behind the guitar, the bagpipe playing Minotaur, because, you know, if anyone gets...
You're really going to turn your back on two kids in need.
If anyone is going to shoot or kill anyone first, they're going to kill the guy with the bagpipe. So I'm going to stand behind him.
That's a good option. Duval would actually walk up to the kids as well and kneel next to the kids. Like Duval is quite a huge, like a big person for a human. Like he's like 6'1" in height and about like 90-ish kilos of almost pure muscle. So quite a big guy. And he kind of like kneels next to the kids and like, do they have like scarves or anything like that? Like any kind of like piece of cloth that is not like their shirts or something like that?
Sure, they have a the girl has a scarf. Both of them have a hooded cloak, which actually is just a torn up sheet of a bed sheet.
Yeah.
Fashioned into some protective element.
Duval would actually like looks at the girl and points out the scar and goes like, "Can I have that for a second?"
She looks at you questioningly, but she trusts you. She hands you her scarf.
And Duval like ties the scarf around his like right arm and looks at the girl straight into the eyes and says, "Now this arm is your arm. So if there's a monster, we're gonna hunt it down. We're gonna make sure it's safe for you, and you will know that you were the one who did it because this is your arm now. Have no fear. We'll be back in a few seconds."
Oh, all right. So,
how are you signing me up for this shit?
Can I lean down to the little girl at this point and apologize to her for sending her to the wrong person?
Are you sure you even have to lean down, or are you looking up?
Yeah.
You have to look up at the kid and go, "Sorry."
When you placed your hand on her shoulder, you weren't at shoulder level. You were actually placing your hand a little bit upwards because she's a little bit taller than you.
Guys, I forgot I made myself 3'8", okay? Ease up.
I mean, I saw you playing Jungle Gym and swing a monkey bar swing on the elephant's tusk like 5 minutes ago. So we knew. We were paying attention. Look, I'm almost done with these chicken wings, so either we're going to cook these kids or not. I need to know.
How about this? I asked the kids if they would be willing to show us. I have a hood. It's got no sleeves on it. It's just like monk garb with no sleeves, but a hood up. And I say with an open hand, "Would you show us the way to your home?" And I say, I'll let you ride on my shoulders if you would like.
She looks quite happy. The brother peeks out from behind her sister. His sister looks at you from your toes to your top, and he gets this wild, happy smile across his face, and looks at his sister. She She nods, and before you know it, he has climbed on top of your head.
For the sister who didn't climb on top, I bend down and I let her climb into my hand, and then I place her up on the shoulder. And yes, the one kid, he's also knocked down my hood, so my ears are out, and he's got hands on either ear like a handle. He's like going, "Let's go."
So what you notice when you lift the girl up is that she is freakishly thin and freakishly light. It's like she doesn't weigh anything. She seems very, very malnourished, as does a little boy.
I have. While they're all doing all this, can I look around for any type of food for these kids?
Sure.
I'm going to look around for like berries and whatnot, because that is one of my survival skills, to forage for food. And do I have to roll for that or no?
Well, in town there aren't really any berries or such. There's lots of rats and those kind of things.
Ooh. I'm talking about food for the kids, not for me. I'm just.
You do notice that they've been eating rats and various birds. You're pretty certain that there is a rotting. There's a skeleton of a falcon of some kind in a corner with a refuse where they were staying. But they seem quite eager for you to see where they live, and it's actually just around the corner, down the alley and around the corner.
As much as Elephant Guy here is pretty much pulling a wagon that says "Free Dragonlings" on the side of it to coax these kids into it, I'm thinking these kids are totally bringing him down the road here. And does any one of us have any perception skills to determine deception, even from children? Does anyone have that ability at all?
Everybody has. So the skill insight. Everybody can. You don't have to be trained in a skill to use it. Generally, there are certain skills that will kinda require some form of training or knowledge, but generally you don't really need to know the skill to use it. Knowing the skill will actually will grant you a better chance of using it. But everybody has the skill insight.
Okay, I've seen Children of the Corn.
Bonus.
I've seen Children of the Corn, Lord of the Flies. I've seen all these movies in my past life before I became a lizard, and I'm telling you, this never ends well. These guys are trying to help. These guys are literally trying to get eaten. So I would like to roll for insight. Can I do that?
Yes, you can.
Okay. I just want to perceive if these kids are being honest, if there's something deceptive about them. I'm going to roll. I have a +1 insight on my wisdom. I'm rolling now.
All right.
And I roll a 14 + 1 is a 15.
Yeah. All right. They are telling the truth.
Okay.
As far as they know, they are telling the truth. So.
Okay. So now, so the lizard looks like a dick now, but at least we know for sure. Continue with your fucking.
No, you're just the cynical asshole. It's fine.
And that's fine. Just go ahead and continue your fucking your petting zoo ride of the elephant. Fucking Barnum and Bailey's over here. Go ahead. I'll be right behind you.
I have them point in the direction of where we should go.
I'm gonna take out some rations and hand them to the kids while they're on their ride up there, so they can have a snack and get crumbs all over the elephant.
Yeah.
God. I'm gonna shut up for at least 10 minutes so other people can play this game.
I'm just gonna hang back and holler up at you guys that you guys go ahead. I'll meet you. Short legs.
Shortly.
All right. So,
Isn't everything shortly?
Hey, Mike, not for the over 7 foot club. High five.
Shillelagh.
all right.
As an Irishman, I'm happy about the shillelagh.
Gummy's gonna go. That's not really what the shillelagh's for.
If you want, I mean, a stick is a stick, and you can. Okay, I am not going there. I'm not going there. You went there.
Dude, you live in Iceland. How would you know what a stick is?
Another stick. It's not how sticks work.
Yeah.
We do have trees. Today we have trees. Back then we didn't.
This is my favorite thing. These kids are going to starve to death before we do anything because we're arguing about sticks in Iceland.
Well, to be fair, at the end of every year, sticks rain from the skies, from the tons of fireworks being shot into the air.
I knew those damn fairies from the Eurovision movie were real. I knew it.
I've actually struck in the head twice by a falling stick from a firework, and let me tell you, that shit hurts.
In America, we just use mortars. Fuck it.
All right. So you round the corner, and the girl points to a tall brick row house that obviously has seen better days. Its windows are pretty dark, and it has a gated portico. Portico. I get confused with vocabulary sometimes, grammar. It has a gated portico on the ground floor, and the rusty gate is slightly ajar. When is a door not a door? When it's ajar. The houses on either side are abandoned, and their windows and doors are boarded up. So,
Is the first thing I'm going to do, since we're at their home, is there anywhere that I could safely set the kids down, knowing that they'd be out of the way, but safe from any potential dangers we go in? I don't necessarily want to take them in and, expose them to what's inside.
they tell you that there's a small foyer before you enter the house proper, where they can.
Sorry.
Yeah, no worries. They are afraid to stay in the house alone, but since you're there, they agree to wait in the small foyer.
They
Then-
seem comfortable with me, so
Mhm.
I'm gonna stay behind with them and I ask if someone a lot larger than me could stay too.
That's everyone, including the children.
Okay, that's you.
Okay, I'm just asking.
I'm not that much taller, okay? I'm only 4'5".
Okay, that's fine. I'm definitely going to go in to the house, but I don't know if
I intend to enter as well.
the thing is that I'm trying to. Okay, now you said the door is ajar.
Yeah.
Can I use an investigation roll to check for anything around the door before I open it?
Sure.
I would also like to, while he's doing that, do a different investigation too, just in case there's something that'll come up. And because I'm an elephant and I have a trunk, I have keen smell. So
Ooh, look at
I would
you.
like to just, yeah, I'd like to use I think it's perception to just smell and see if there's any sense of death or decay or anything that might, give some sort of allusion to what could be on the other side of that door.
Now, I know that a lot of you are saying Old School Nerd is a sniveling weasel of a lizard, but I volunteer to go through this door first only because I have +4 acrobatics through dexterity to get out of the way of anything that should pop through. So I will go first because I may sound like a sniveling ass, but I'm actually a very brave warrior. So let me, here's my investigation roll. It's +2 with an 11, which is 13.
Sure. No, there's nothing obviously or even deceptively there. The door is just kind of slightly ajar.
Okay, Elephant Man, do your smell thing.
I did, and I don't know if I just rolled twice by mistake, but it says 23 and then 14.
Yeah, you used the first one, so 24.
Okay, so 23 then.
Yeah,
because I got a 19 +4.
Damn.
Well, what you smell is quite strange because the appearance of the house, it's kind of falling on bad times, but the smell from within is you don't really smell dust or decay or anything like that. You almost smell like a hint of lemon.
Fucking potpourri. We're out of here. I said I was going in first. I've changed my mind. I'm going behind the gnome.
It smells like it has been recently cleaned.
Okay.
That's suspicious. But Duval would like to step next to the door as well, and I would like to use Divine Sense to sense if there's any kind of celestials, fiends, or undeads within 60 feet.
All right. Let me see. It's always a bad. It's never a good thing when a DM is looking through his notes.
Yep, exactly.
That means we don't trust your ass, and we're asking every possible question before someone even opens a damn door. We've moved exactly 37 feet in an hour.
Would anyone else care to investigate this door before we do something?
Let me lick it and see if it tastes good.
It's like Monty Python. Get on with it.
Hey, did you roll for that divination check for evil and shit?
No, he doesn't have to roll anything.
Oh, okay.
It's an automatic thing. Yes, you do in fact sense the presence of undead.
Okay, I'm in this now because this is a thing for me.
There's
potpourri was bad, but undead, that's all good.
Oh no! I'm going to kill them all. I'm going to kill them all. All of them.
There's undead so it's you can feel the presence of undead from within the house, from within the houses next to you. You can even out in the alleyway with you. You can feel the presence of undead.
That's a lot of undead around us.
Yeah.
So it's undead, but they're clean undead and they don't smell like decay.
Yeah, that's suspicious as fuck.
When did this become Among Us? I vote purple. What? Okay, so what do we do next? I mean, guys,
I say whoever you were the one that said I'm willing to open the door and
I totally am because I can't. Okay, this is part of my character makeup. I cannot leave undead alone. I cannot leave here unless they are dispatched. I cannot leave them behind to hurt anyone else. So now I'm stuck. So I'm gonna slowly open this door, and let's see what happens to me. Somebody get ready to heal.
So, the foyer. On the south wall of the foyer, which is if you're looking at the at the map I provided on Roll20.
I had to scroll down.
Holy crap, we've got a map.
Yes, you do. On the south side, which is well, let me reveal the more of the compass here. Let me see. Reveal. On the southern side of the foyer, there's a shield emblazoned with a coat of arms. It's stylized in a there's a golden windmill on a red field, flanked by framed portraits of stony-faced aristocrats. There's a woman and a man, and on the eastern side of the foyer, there's a mahogany-framed double doors that lead in further into the house.
Does the coat of arms, does it bring any kind of bells? Do I know it from like history or from my studies within the knighthoods or anything?
Well, I'll let you roll history.
Sure.
This is a difficult roll, but go for it.
6.
Yeah,
Somebody's been sleeping on their studies.
Well, nothing really comes to mind.
Come on, guys. There's 6 of us. At least one of us has to hit this history roll. Let's go.
Sure.
I have +3 to history, and
Alright.
I did say that my monastery had a very vast library.
Go for it.
I'll give it a shot.
Then roll. Whoop, whoop. Wow.
Only 13.
Okay.
All right.
I'll try, but I don't have a modifier, so 14.
All right, I'll give it a shot.
Hold on. Is 14 close or no?
14
It
is.
said it's very difficult, so I don't.
Yeah, it's pretty difficult.
Okay, then Francesco just rolled a 16, so I'm gonna shut up.
Yeah. So you, Francesco, you know that you heard rumors of certain noble families just disappearing in the night with their entire estates, basement and everything, just poof, vanishing, nowhere to be seen and never to be seen ever again. This kinda bears a resemblance to a description you read somewhere or heard of somewhere. You're not quite sure, but the style of the house seems to fit to one of the families.
Okay.
What's the total you got?
16.
Total 16. Okay.
Do you have a history modifier on yours?
Nope.
Okay.
It's just a flat roll then. All right.
Wow.
Yeah. The name of the family escapes you, but you could possibly get the name of the kids, because they say this is their house.
I go walk over to one of the kids and ask them for their family name.
The Durst.
Fucking Fred Durst. I knew it, bro. I knew it. I knew it. It's some bad 2000s new metal shit. This house is cursed with new metal. We got to get out of here.
The boy's name is Thornbolt, and the girl's name is Rosavalda. Thornbolt.
What was
and
the little
Rosavalda.
boy's name again?
Sorry?
What was the little boy's name again? Sorry.
Thornbolt. B-O-L-D-T. Bolt. Or Thorn for
Does
short.
the name ring any bells?
Yeah, it's one of the noble families that disappeared. But it's
So-
and here's the thing. That's like centuries ago. From the prime material plane, like centuries ago, and here are the kids just.
Yeah, y'all might want to get the gnome away from the children. I'm just because if those little shits are Benjamin Button over there, we're screwed. Does anyone see a chocolate starfish on the wall? I mean, is there anything? Because I think you got to have a little faith here. Otherwise, I'm about to break some shit because I'm about to go rolling out of here.
There's no chocolate starfish.
Hey, you said there's undead. You're stuck, man. You can't roll out of anywhere.
I know. I talk a lot of shit. It's how I deal with my stress. It literally says on my character sheet, literally description, I have a crude sense of humor. Come on, guys.
Fair enough.
Read the sheet, man. Read the sheet.
Read the fine print. All right.
Print.
So I'll let them all know that these kids are like hundreds of years old.
Well,
should be hundreds.
Should be, but according to what you've talked to each other when you were in the mist, you came into the mist at different times, but appeared in the mist at the same time. So time is relative.
Damn it! When did Star Trek get pulled into this? Okay.
Well, so have you seen my T-shirt?
Yeah, I'm just catching it now.
Loved him in Star Trek.
All right. So,
we can either go through the double mahogany doors you said that were to the east.
Yeah.
Or is there more forward?
There's only that forward. Well, you could go through a window if you want.
Yeah,
that sounds like
that's I'm
do that stuff.
That's like trying to get killed.
No one wants a headshot.
Okay.
I'm gonna go in first. I have a shield. I pull out my shield. I look at the two kids, give them like a charming smile, and walk into the next door and kick it open.
Famous last words.
Oh yes.
So, I'll follow behind you, just with my quarterstaff in hand as well.
I have a +4 stealth. I could have opened it without making a noise. You guys are kicking indoors.
Oh, well, come on, I'm a paladin. That's what we do.
I want to start the party, man.
In we go.
At 6 feet of dark vision, I could have just cracked the thing and like peeked in.
You know, all of this is stuff that we would have been privy to had you said it earlier, but you didn't mention it, so now we're here.
I'm going to introduce you to a new action, which you could have used on the shield. I forgot. The action is called the help action. When you are within 5 feet, which is basically when you're adjacent to the one you're trying to help, you can use an action to help them, and then they get an advantage. There's a mechanic in D&D 5e called the disadvantage and disadvantage. When you have advantage, you roll 2d20 and pick the highest roll. If you have disadvantage, it's the opposite. You roll 2d20 and then you pick the lower roll. Then you add the modifiers. So if you had, for example, given someone advantage with the help action, trying discussing amongst yourselves with a history, one of you would have rolled 2d20 and taken the higher roll.
This is why I rolled 2d20. Apparently, I have an advantage for keen smell. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Like if I try to use my stealth, I have a disadvantage, so I got to roll double 20s, pick the lower amount, and add +4. Got it.
Yeah, that's probably because of your armor.
Yeah, I'm wearing chainmail instead of leather.
Yeah. There's also you can also use the help action in combat. You can help each other to attack someone
Throw the gnome.
to get to gain the upper hand or the higher ground, and that way one of you sacrifices your action for the turn, but grants the person, the character you're trying to help, an advantage on hitting the opponent. All right, so I take it that the paladin is going to open the door
With his foot.
With my foot, and just because Register Motorsports asked it, as Duval is kicking down the door, he's gonna go, Leroy Jenkins!
We're all gonna fucking die.
and then the abyssal chickens appear and they peck you to death. There is such a thing as an abyssal chicken. I'll show you later.
Oh my god. Don't show us. Please don't show us.
So as you kick down the door, the little boy quietly whispers, "But it was unlocked."
See?
I have a shield in my hand, I have a sword in my hand, I can't open doors, come on.
We just broke a kid's door. Oh, that sucks.
Shit happened.
Dude, look, we don't even need all this. All we need is for Mike to take the bagpipe playing bard bull in there. The undead will run away from the bagpipes. We already know that. So why are we even wasting time?
Yeah, true enough.
I'm just waiting for Eunice to die. Let's continue.
I'm very known of like dying as a first person in the group from stupid things, so yeah, this is very on brand.
Just don't offer whatever we're gonna fight a hug. I think you'll be fine.
All right.
So you have the gnome outside. I'm outside. I'm actually in the I'll move in behind them, behind that door. I mean, you could put me in the building.
Sure. You can also move yourself.
Chelsea, are you still outside?
No,
It looks like she's
2 seconds
moved
ago.
inside now.
I moved you in.
Oh my.
But I gave control to the tokens to each of you. So.
Oh gosh.
I'll move up here.
All right. So this is obviously the main hall of the house with the staircase leading up. There's a there's a fireplace to the north with a longsword with a windmill cameo worked on into the hilt, just mounted on the mantelpiece, above the mantelpiece. What's that there?
Are the kids still following with us inside, or did they stay out?
They are in the foyer here. They stayed behind. Yeah, there are the walls are wood paneled. They are ornately sculpted with images of vines, flowers, nymphs, satyrs. Satyrs are the half goat creatures with pan flutes and frolicking in the Shakespearean play. Yeah, there's nothing much else there. It looks like it's been recently cleaned.
Now there's a little hallway. We see that there's a spiral staircase leading up and to the left. There's a little alcove to the left facing that, or to the north on the map. Exactly. Is that a window and then a door, or is it two windows?
There are two doors. So the doors are represented by these white strips, these thick white strips, and windows are represented by thin lines within the walls.
So there's 2 doors to the north of this room, and then there's a door at the end of the alcove, or 2 doors.
Yeah. So there's a door over here. There's a door over here, and there are 2 doors over here.
Oh, this is freaking so many options to get us killed, guys. This is great.
I'm gonna poke my head back into the kids. Which way to the basement?
They aren't sure. They've never been to the basement.
Well, basement is definitely not up, so
Question is,
maybe.
do we want to split up at all? Does someone want to go up and someone want to go down?
Trying to get us
They're-
killed.
Never
Absolutely
split the
not.
party.
They know that their parents they hid the entrance to the basement so they wouldn't go there.
I'm so glad I don't have super chat on, because if I did, people would be making requests like, "Hey, are there 3 doors down?" No, there's not. There's not a rock band from Alabama behind the door. Okay, do we want to open these doors on the bottom level, clear the first floor before we go up or down?
I would say that's smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
At least while we're all together in this foyer, this open area room.
I do want to try something real quick, because the kids did say they hid the door. I just want to investigate kind of around the fireplace, and maybe there's a hidden lever somewhere. Just gonna try.
Go for it.
Is that an investigation roll or?
So the difference between perception and investigation is perception is like looking around and not touching anything, while investigation is kind of like poking at stuff and moving things around, trying to find yeah.
So this one would be.
So investigation.
Yeah, I would like to give the elephant a advantage on this by kicking the walls and seeing if there's like a hollow like sounds
Cool.
from anywhere.
This elephant's going to
You
destroy
have
this
advantage.
house on top of us. You realize that, right?
I can be very gentle. I may be 7'4", but I'm very lean. I'm not like some lumbering brute.
Like me.
And then
Yeah.
and he can hide really effectively in cherry trees by painting his toenails red.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, have you ever seen an elephant in a cherry tree? No, you haven't.
That's true.
Have you ever seen a lizard investigate a fireplace? You're about to. So before
I just got a 21.
Okay, well then
So-
there you go.
You're poking around, and your trunk kind of hits the sword on the hilt of the sword on the above the metal, and one of the hooks kind of just turn a little bit, and you hear the pulling of wires and cogwheels turning, and then the panels in the room all switch. They flip around, and you can see serpents and skulls being depicted instead of the friendly woodland creatures.
Fucking haunted house from Disney World. Okay. This is such a bad idea.
Here, guy, get the cross.
Quick, get that gnome to piss in a bucket for holy water. So we
You
need
also notice that all the skulls have fangs.
Well, that's promising.
this is going so great. All right. Okay. We know there's undead in the house, so I can't wait anymore. I'm gonna go to here.
Yep.
And I'm going to I have my acrobatics standing by to jump back, but I'm going to carefully open this attempt to open the door.
Okay.
What do I roll for that?
That would be, I'd say just roll acrobatics. You're trying to, you're not doing it acrobatically. You're trying to finesse it.
Okay,
So
15.
15. Yeah, you open it. The door has never been opened so adeptly. You just popped its cherry.
Okay, you could have just said, like one of the prize women from Price is Right opens a door. That's fine. We can go with that, but I don't know how pornographic we need to get with a door opening.
You pop the cherry on a door.
Wow, look at me. Brown chicken, brown cow on the door. Okay, next.
Being the master
So
of doors.
proud.
Well, you know. Okay, so I open this door. What's inside this thing? Do we know? Or we're about to know?
So in there,
Can I use my 60-foot dark vision to look in there? Are there lights on?
yeah, lights are on. Lights are on. There are candles. There are little candelabras on the walls. So this is you have revealed the dining room. It is carved. The centerpiece is a carved mahogany table. It is surrounded by 8 high-backed chairs and with sculpted armrests and cushioned seats. The armrests are that of like naturally growing vines. There's a chandelier made of crystal that hangs above the table, and the table is laid out for dinner with resplendent silverware and crystalware polished to a dazzling shine.
Is there
And
any food, or does it look as though anything has been used at all on this table?
Everything is it looks like it's brand new,
Okay,
like it's been never been used.
all right, because I was going
Are
to
we
check to see how
waiting?
many people have eaten at this table. That's how many things we got to kill.
Are we
No.
waiting for Undead Lumiere to tell us to be his guest?
See, and you thought I was the only asshole in the group. That's awesome. All right, so I'm gonna step over here away from the door that I just opened, and I open the door. Someone else can go through it, unless one of you wants to check this closet, because I'd hate to leave a closet not open behind us when we try to leave. And Darth
Also-
This
Skeletor
closet
comes
that
out
I'm
of this.
standing in front of.
Yeah, since you're there,
That's the one.
Sure,
You do
I'll
have
kick
a
it
shield.
open.
So let's
What
look
is it
at-
with you and the kicking?
kicking and the yanking and the dude. You should be the bull in the china cabinet. Jesus.
he's holding
I'm
sword
such
and
a
shield.
kind, gentle elephant, and meanwhile, the only human is like, kick everything.
Freaking diggy hole. Anyway.
Somebody needs to be around in this group.
Before we continue, I'm going to add one thing. In the dining room, above the fireplace, there is a mahogany framed painting of an alpine vale. Okay, you open the closet.
Yes.
All right, this, my friend, is the closet.
Damn.
It's the cloakroom,
Uh-oh.
and there are a couple of cloaks there, hanging
Nice.
on clothes hangers.
This feels like goddamn everyday life from my previous job, opening the cloakroom for people and putting their cloaks in.
Nice.
And
Are these cloaks of varying sizes? Because it may be advantageous for a few of us to
Yep.
wear a cloak to potentially blend in, but I don't know if they come in
there's
7-foot Minotaur and elephant sizes.
Or young child for gnome.
there are cloaks for children, and there are cloaks for average-sized human sized. And on the top shelf of the cloakroom sits a top hat.
Someone gonna look to see if there's a rabbit in the top hat.
I'm not touching it. I'm not touching it. We just played Jackbox Party. That shit is Dad's hat. Get the fuck away from me.
Yeah,
You
true.
can't even reach it.
Just so you
I
know,
have a
guys.
quarterstaff.
You do have a quarter.
I have a quarterstaff, and it's
Are you
very
gonna poke
long.
Are you gonna poke it?
I am going to poke, and then potentially knock over the hat.
The top hat admires the length and girth of your quarterstaff, and it topples over, revealing nothing.
All right.
What an awesome quarterstaff you have there, big elephant man.
It's way too early for these kind of jokes. Way too early.
Never too early.
It's 3 a.m. in here. It's way too early.
Upon the lizard man saying that, I grab the top hat and I slam it onto his head.
You can't put that shit on my head. Oh, come on.
It's what's the word? It's lined with black velour.
Fancy.
Yeah,
I
fancy.
take the hat off and place it on the fireplace because I'm not. No.
No worries.
No.
It's just a top hat.
Well, I do look at the cloaks and I suggest that perhaps if we are going to investigate, it may behoove us to put on these cloaks so that as we open doors, someone may not immediately know that we are not supposed to be here.
As Duval is walking past the corner, he just looks over his shoulder at the great elephant and goes, "We're not stealing it. You better leave some money if you take something."
All right. Okay.
From the man that kicks
See,
down
this-
doors.
Exactly. How come you're not leaving a bill behind saying, "I apologize for the door. Here's how much it costs. This is the
See,
average
I have
for a
this small
carpenter."
black book where I write everything down that I destroyed, so I know to sum them up and cash it later. So
This is actually a.
That's all coming out of your portion.
You have to spend your gold on something.
yeah, exactly,
All right.
like
Why
a
do-
war horse.
Why do I feel like I'm gonna end up on someone's shoulders like we're kids sneaking into a movie?
Oh, that would be fantastic.
Dinkies.
I would like to open the door over here, so we have like the.
I'm gonna move
Full
over
area open.
here because
Here, you want to
Yeah.
open the door on in the
The one that doesn't lead into the dining room?
I
Yeah.
just push the dining room door open, so we know that we opened the door, and then there's like the door to the side. I think there was a door in here as well.
Mhm.
I would like to open that one as well. I'm not gonna kick it down this time.
oh, and this will be the one that kills you.
Yes, exactly.
Well, guess what you found?
The shitter. I mean, the kitchen.
So
Depending on how good a cook they are, it could be both.
this is actually the kitchen.
Yeah. It would be.
You see it's quite tidy, and the work table has a cutting board, and you can tell it has been recently wiped down. Very recently. It's still kind of moist.
It's way too clean
Yeah,
in this place.
come
I
up with
don't-
another word. She
Veto.
hates that
Veto.
word. She hates.
Veto.
Come up with another word besides moist. She hates that word. If you guys want her to join us next week, you need to never use that word again.
And yeah. Are you gonna investigate the other door?
Well,
Yes.
Well,
Like-
before he goes investigating other doors, because none of us have actually gone into the dining room, I'm going to go into the dining room
I'm with
and
you.
investigate just in general, like the table, maybe the fireplace, look around.
What about the painting of the veil above the fireplace?
yeah.
Well, why don't I investigate that stuff and you can investigate the painting?
Okay, I'll do a roll for investigation of the painting. I have a +2 investigation.
Mhm.
I'm rolling for that now.
I'm going to investigate the dining room for something to drink.
Fif-
Dwarfs.
15 plus 2, 17 on investigation of the painting above the fireplace.
So,
You need to investigate the elephant for drink.
amidst the greenery of the vale, the Alpine Vale, you can see wolves lurking in what appears to be shadows. They are actually cleverly placed wolf images of wolves.
How many do I see?
Around 13.
So the number doesn't matter.
They are staring into the dining room hungrily.
Yeah.
Is there significance to the number 13?
I don't know.
Spooky.
He counted
Okay.
13.
I'll
Mr.
investigate, like I said, the dining room table and
Okay.
in general, just like objects. So I just did it roll, or is that my roll from last time? I think that's my roll from last time. I don't think I clicked it.
Yeah, I did the last roll. Oh.
So 14.
In the natural vine carving that's in the chairs, it's also along the edge of the dining room table. You can see twisted faces carved into each tree trunk the vines are originating from.
Is it possible? And I don't know if this is a thing, but I'm trying to see what potential would it be, history, or would it be perception? I'm trying to think, like, is it possible this wood came from people that was grown, like it was grown from? I'm just trying to think, like, is there a way to look back at my own knowledge?
Wrong button.
Like if these are hanging trees or trees.
Well, if the
grown
wood
out of-
that made these tables was grown from people and from like their tormented souls just in the wood.
Roll.
Or am I just
roll-
thinking too much?
No, it's fine. Roll for Arcana.
Dear
Shit.
God, I
Roll
hope
for-
so.
Arcana.
Roll for
is-
what?
Arcana.
Arcana? Okay.
It's the occult skill.
I'm pretty sure. Well, I'm pretty sure that.
That's a 19.
Well, then there you go.
You're pretty sure that these are just carvings. There's
Okay, good.
nothing sinister about them.
Thank you for keeping us out of that winding rabbit hole of shit.
I have never been
Hey,
more relieved.
look. Yeah, imagine if he said, "Well, yes, there are tormented people in the furniture."
Yard sale. Here we go.
So,
Well, then I think having investigated the dining room, I will join in the kitchen.
the dwarf is unfortunately there is nothing to drink in the dining room.
Dang it.
You would have poisoned you anyway, and you know it.
I can turn you my searches to the kitchen.
So you notice how I move back into the main room, and the gnome moves also to the main room, but not as close to the door as I am, so she doesn't look as much of a scared shit as I do, which is nice.
Okay, paladin guy, you're gonna open the door you're in front of.
Yes.
All right. Surprise! It's the pantry.
Dun dun dun.
Fantastic.
Pantry of death.
Yeah. So
Is there anything that looks useful in there?
well, there's
Garlic.
food. There's food, and it appears fresh.
Y'all better check.
Being
y'all-
a cook, I want to try and figure out what they were cooking recently.
Well, it's fairly well stocked. So, but looking around, you get the sense that they were preparing a meal, a venison kind of dish.
Venison, but is there any venison or meat hanging in the pantry?
Yes.
Okay, thank God. Because if there was no meat or proteins in that pantry, they were eating people. And again, it is time to go.
Says the lizard that wants to eat the gnome.
Exactly.
But not in the undead house. That's just weird.
What's the
I
lizard
go over
equivalent
and
to
tell the kid
Ruh-roh?
that somebody been doing the grocery shopping for him.
Roll for Costco. Okay, never mind.
So, Soren, are you going to open the little door?
Oh.
I would very much like to open the tiny little door
Oh no.
with my big elephant statue.
If it's a dumbwaiter, we could put the gnome in it.
Actually,
I
it
was
is
about to
a dumbwaiter.
volunteer if you guys need someone to investigate that.
This is
it a dumbwaiter?
It's
It
about
looks-
The
2 feet
dumbwaiter.
wide.
Yeah.
Get the gnome in the dumb waiter.
I said it as a joke. These fuckers are actually trying to stick you in that dumbwaiter. Just letting you know. I was just making a haha. Nope. They're like, get her in the dumbwaiter. That would be.
Look, she has been saying that she has dark vision and all this sort of stuff. And if this goes down, then potentially in a dark basement she could see where the entrance is.
I'm saying, dude, let's fucking go.
Okay, the dumbwaiter's at the bottom right-hand corner of the kitchen. So it's the little door. The little tiny. There you go.
You're the only one that can fit in there too.
We could have got that elephant in there. I'm telling you. They said there was plenty of butter in that pantry. We could have lubed him up. We could have got him in there.
It might have been a little bit of a tight fit.
Well,
Okay,
you do
so-
know, but you do know how you get an elephant into a car in 3 moves.
No.
You open a door, you put the elephant in, and you close.
Wow, that's awesome.
Seems
That was
simple
so
enough.
bad, Dave.
I love these jokes. These are good jokes.
Yeah, Icelandic dad jokes. Ha 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 ha.
Dad jokes are the best jokes.
So, the gnome, dumbwaiter.
Yes.
Yes. So I climb in and ask someone to lower me in so that I can see if anything is down there.
She's gonna get eaten. She's gonna get fucking eaten.
So
The rope's gonna break, and she's gonna get eaten.
you
At
go
least I'm
down
not
a
a
way.
scared little bitch like Lizard Man.
Hey, I'm covering our backs. I got your 6, okay?
So you go down a ways until the box you're in, the wooden box you're in, hits something solid. It clangs like metal, like you're hitting a metal grate.
Do you open the little door?
Is there
Yeah, I
anything that she
do. I
can
wanna-
open?
There's no door, so it's like a box that's turned on the side, and that's the dumbwaiter which is being pulled up and down. So when she's going down, she can see the wall in front of her, and so she's now down on what appears to be a grate of some kind. She can't really see the grate; she can hear it, and just from the front lip of the box on the side, she can see the metal bars poking underneath the dumbwaiter box. So she's not getting down there. She could go up though.
Okay, let's bring her up.
Yeah, so
she could
I
go-
guess I'm knocking on the top of the box to see if you guys can lift me.
Yeah, let's bring her. Let's send her upstairs and see what happens then. I got
Okay,
your 6.
so-
6 meters closer to the door. That's what I'm saying.
Like the dumb bitch in a horror movie. Send me upstairs.
So okay, you go, and the second floor. Then. All right. Where's the thing? Where's the thing? Here it is. Your box is now here. Can you see the newly revealed square?
Over to the right in all the darkness.
Yeah. Right about here somewhere. And you're going to
The plane, boss, the plane. Okay. If she opens the door
yep.
and there's no lights up there, she has dark vision. She can see like 60 yards.
Yep.
I would advise not opening it all the way very quickly. Maybe if you can open it a little and look through a crack and not alert people.
Hokey pokey. Put your right arm out. Put your right arm in.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna open it just a crack, and what can I see?
All right. So
It's your own little tower of terror.
Oh, I already don't like this shit at all.
Now, if you were the ridiculously stupid human paladin, you would be kicking open the treasure chests in the room. Don't do it. As someone who's played this in the past, don't open the damn boxes.
so
I'm like the morning example for all the kids. This is not how you do things.
Okay, I'm gonna start walking my way up the stairs because there's no way she could be up there by herself.
So
Yeah, I'm going up also.
the description is basically this is there are straw stuffed mattresses. At the foot of each bed is a foot locker, and there are servants' uniforms that hang from hooks on. Well, I just revealed what's in the closet, so doesn't matter. There are servant clothes in the closet, so this appears to be some form of a servant's area. Let me move you. You went upstairs, so let me reveal the upstairs area.
While they're moving up, I'm asking her to we're communicating down the shaft. I'm asking what's up there, and she's
Yeah,
telling
we
me.
are. Sorry.
Okay.
I didn't even think of it when I said it.
Okay. I want to slip into the room with the gnome. Please don't have jokes with that through this door if possible.
Yep.
But I want to roll for stealth to make sure that nothing that's in that room hears me do it. Can I do that?
And as you ascend stairs, there's actually no light up there, apart from the light spilling from downstairs.
This is where the dark vision will come in handy.
Yeah.
Right. So can I head over that way? I want to head over that way and see what I can see for these guys.
I think we are all making our way slowly now upstairs.
Making our way down south.
Those of you without.
Oh my
those
god,
of you
I've been
with
up
dark-
here for like 15 minutes.
Well, is there any way she can open the door and then peek out?
Doors are unlocked.
Okay, well, I'm going into the door into the room. I'm sorry.
No worries. Those with dark vision, they can you can see that there are unlit oil lamps on the walls, in the main hall here.
Can I tell if the beds are made or not?
The beds are not made. The state of the second floor is it's not dirty, but it's not as clean as the first floor.
Okay, I have a pretty good idea.
It looks lived in. It looks lived in, but not for quite some time. But still, it's like it's in this in-between state of being kinda clean and not clean.
I have an idea, and I just want to throw this out to the group if they're willing to try this. I say we take the dwarf and the human because of their statures being the most human-sized. Sorry, dwarf, you're shorter than a regular human. Have them put the servants' uniforms on and walk into that room versus us just walking in there without them. Those servants' uniforms are in here for a reason. I mean, we all see what's on the map. We see suits of armor. And if we're dressed up like the servants, maybe they don't trigger and start attacking people or some weird shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of those things I'm like, yeah, I've walked into these bad situations before. Just a thought.
I mean, I agree. Plus, they can go out there and light the unlit oil lamps on the wall.
And the dwarf has dark vision because he's a dwarf.
Yeah, I can't see shit up here, like, at all.
Yeah, I'm the lizard in the bed. Hey, no.
So Lizard Man is worried about booby traps?
Booty traps. Booty traps. That's what I said. Booty traps.
Ada.
Well, I'm going to come up
I'm
and
down
then
to
duck
put
into
on a
the
uniform
room.
if they fit me.
Sorry, the uniform. Yeah, they actually fit you.
Oh wow. Okay then.
When you grab one of the uniforms, they actually seem to be sized for a dwarf.
Ah. Okay then. That works perfectly.
Yes, it does, doesn't it?
That's how that works.
So, is anyone going to light the oil
Well,
lamp?
I suggest the Minotaur at least get into the
You
room.
can basically hear from the
lighting it.
stairs, like, where it's like starts to dim, like you can hear the paladin coming up, like, God damn it.
Or does anyone have the light cantrip?
Mm,
I don't have
Or do you want to
cantrips.
light a
I'm a lizard.
torch inside the house?
Yeah, let's not burn down the house, please.
Well, that's why I thought he said there were some
At least not
oil
yet.
lamps that the dark visions could see on the wall.
And
There are
they could
unlit
like
oil lamps on the walls.
So that's why I'm saying the dwarf should go out in the servants' robes while we all hide in the room and light it so that we can then see what's going on.
It's okay, guys. I'm 3'8" and I have a shillelagh. It's fine.
Shillelagh.
Remember how you were saying we needed a shirt idea? There it is. I'm 3'8" and I have a shillelagh.
there you go. Everyone's gonna think it's a St. Patrick's Day shirt. We can't do that. Okay.
Ooh, save it for next year.
I am making one for myself.
Okay.
There you go.
So is the dwarf gonna take the servant's outfit and use his dark vision to go and at least light one oil lamp just to see what happens? Now, of course, if the oil lamp lights and the suit of armor comes alive, run your little legs off back to us. We're gonna send the elephant out because he likes to hug shit, so it's cool.
Hug.
So where are the oil lamps at?
Just on the walls. You can
Okay,
you
yeah,
can
I'll
easily reach them. It's not like they're being placed outside the reach of children.
Or dwarfs.
All right. Yeah, I'll go grab an oil lamp then.
Yeah. Okay. You light it. You light it. Nothing really happens. It just lights the room.
Oh, thank God.
So in the upper hall, you can see hanging above the mantelpiece. There's a fireplace there as well. Is a wood-framed portrait of the Durst family. There's Gustav. There are name tags underneath the portrait. Gustav and Elizabeth Durst. And you've seen these before. The children, Rose and Thorn. Cradled in the father's arms is a swaddled baby. And the mother is looking at the child with a hint of scorn in her eyes.
Stepmother blues. Damn.
There are, as you can see, there are these suits of armor that flank each door to the west and east. Each suit of armor is clutching a spear and has a visored helm shaped like a wolf's head. The doors are carved with dancing youths, and the red marble staircase that started on the first floor continues its upward spiral to the third floor.
Oh, damn it.
And you can feel a cold draft wafting down the steps.
Lich King! Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
Who wants to toss me up the stairs?
No, let's stick together from here on out. We've got doors to open up, right? Are these are French doors here?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Who volunteers to either kick or open the doors to the north?
I mean, this time I'll do.
I'll take the north ones.
I'll go in. We'll be on either side, and we'll each open a door in, because as monk dexterity, all that sort of stuff, I should be able to have no issues.
I'll go and cover our Minotaur body at.
Yeah, because Lord knows, why would we want to fend off an attack of one group of undead when we can just do two at the same time? Sounds great.
Exactly.
It's faster that way. Come on.
Exactly.
Wow.
Okay, so are you ready then to open the door to the north?
So which door first?
I am so redwing an arrow.
Well, I mean,
I don't know.
Let's do north
it's
first
French
and then
doors,
south.
right?
These are doors.
Yeah.
Yep,
So you and me on the north doors
Okay.
first. All right. Do you want us
will
to
open the north door then?
As will I. Do you want us to roll anything on that, or are we just opening the
No.
door?
You just open. They aren't locked.
Okay. So we open.
What is
Open-
on the other side of this door?
Open says you.
Okay.
All right. So you've now entered what appears to be a library.
My favorite place.
Red. So there are covering the windows are red velvet drapes. The desk is made of exquisite mahogany, and a matching high-backed chair face the desk and the chair face the entrance, and the fireplace, above which hangs a framed picture of a windmill perched atop a rocky crag. Situated in corners of the room are two overstuffed chairs, and floor-to-ceiling bookshelves line the south wall, with a rolling wooden ladder that allows you to move and reach the high shelves more easily.
Somebody needs to go check
At
those
least for
books on
those vertically
shelves.
challenged.
Yeah. Somebody needs to go search all the
Again?
shelves for stuff, and I'll search the desk.
I'm gonna do the library because, again, backstory. I grew up in that
If you
monastery. I
wanna
love
put
books.
the dwarf
So
on the ladder.
okay, actually, yes, dwarf up on the ladder while I also look in like this little area here too. So the dwarf and I will look through the library.
All right.
However, the lizard has already started to dig through the desks, so should I roll something for investigation of the desk?
No. So in the desk, you in the end you find there's an oil lamp, there's a jar of ink, a quill pen, there's a preserved skull of what looks like a bird-like creature of some sort. There's a quill pen, there's a tinderbox, a letter kit containing a red wax candle. There are 4 blank sheets of parchment, and a wooden seal bearing the Durst family insignia, a windmill. And as you're rifling through the drawers, you find an iron key.
Okay. All right, so I'm
He's
gonna
got a key.
hold on to this key and not lose it, just in case someone says, "Hey, I want to open this up," and I'm gonna be like, "Here you go, enjoy."
All right. You can write somewhere down that you have the library key, a key from the library.
And I put that in my notes, or
And anywhere you want. I'd say your notes, or I can go in later and add it into.
I have it. Other library iron key.
Yep.
Got
Cool.
it.
Very nice.
Okay. Well, I'll start my investigation
I'm
into
an
the library.
adventurer.
You are. You got a key.
All right. So the bookshelves, they hold hundreds of tomes covering a range of topics, including history, warfare, and alchemy. There are also several shelves containing first edition collected works of poetry and fiction. You can the dwarf spots immediately a book which is written in both the common tongue, and there are dwarven runes that in the dwarven language, the old dwarven language, which is poems that describe the creation of the world as seen from the point of view of Moradin and Clangeddin.
Keep that book for my private collection.
All right, you're gonna remove that book.
Sneaky dwarf.
I'd like to see if there's any books related to the family itself, to the Durst family.
All right, you can roll perception.
Da-da-da.
21.
Sorry?
21.
21. So you do find a book that appears to contain the Durst family tree. Or that's what's written on the cover.
I'm gonna take that book and begin.
You grab the book and you pull it, and it sticks.
Uh-oh.
The lever.
Are you going to keep on pulling, or are you going to let go?
I'm going to continue pulling after I say, guys, I think I found a lever.
Okay.
Alerting the people in the room.
Normally, I'm all about somebody pulling out. I just don't know if this is the best case for it.
So
Hey, guys, just 1 second. Hey, babe, can you send Livy in here to get her medicine? It's time for her to go to bed.
Yes, ma'am.
Put a pin in that until
She's watching the stream, and she already heard it, so she's on her way.
Okay. So you pull the book fully out, and so the book pulls out, and there's this like a rod that pulls out with it. Doesn't go any further, but it appears to be you'll be able to turn it around. So you turn it upside down and let go, and then this happens.
Uh-oh.
You find a secret door, secret room.
Uh-oh. There's a skeleton in it.
Well, since I found it, I will enter the room and see what's in there.
Since I'm a big giant lizard chicken, I'm going to walk out here.
just nope it out of there. Nope.
All right. So there are bookshelves in there, packed with tomes of some sort. And you see the name Osypus or Osypus. It's spelled Osybus. Osypus. And the books or tomes, they seem to be, well, according to the labels, fiend summoning rituals and necromantic rituals.
Necromancers. Damn.
There's also a heavy wooden chest with clawed iron feet that stands against the south wall.
Okay, there's treasure. I'm moving back into this room.
Its lid is only half. Its lid is only half closed. Sticking out of the chest is a skeleton in leather armor.
Well, instead of investigating the skeleton, which a lot of people would go towards, I'm going to take a moment and I'm going to read these scrolls because these scrolls intrigue me more and I don't want to deal with whatever skeleton boy is over
Nerd.
Okay.
It's also safer. Words can't hurt you.
Yo, yes,
a
they
skeleton
can.
might come back to life.
You've never seen Harry Potter, man. Those books can bite people.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Or even the Addams Family, where lightning storms come out of the books.
See?
Rest in peace, Raul Julia.
Oh God, yeah.
So, by opening the books, you having experienced a vast library, you see just by glancing that these rituals, they are just complete bogus. They wouldn't do anything. They wouldn't even summon a dust mite.
Good, because I'm allergic to dust mites.
Interesting. Guys, we got some big...
So how big is the leather armor on that skeleton?
Sorry, how big is the armor? It's human sized. It's human sized.
It'd be baggy.
Well, we should. If you're gonna check the armor, you got to open the chest and look inside and stuff. So.
I mean, that's fair enough.
I'll open the chest and
Yeah,
look
go
inside.
ahead.
All right. Well, while I'm reading these
I'll do that.
bogus scrolls, you're doing that.
Because nobody else will.
Yeah, go over
Somebody's
there.
gotta open
Go
the
over
chest.
there. Go over there. So if you suddenly get sucked into a vortex, we can watch you go.
So the first thing you notice is the skeleton itself. Apparently, because you have to move the skeleton to look into the chest. Stuck in its chest, there are 3 darts that are covered in a thick, oily, green, gooey substance.
Yeah, don't touch those. Duh.
And clutched in the skeleton's left hand is a letter with a seal. SZ. The seal says SZ or Z, depending on where you're from.
Sierra Zulu, correct?
Yes,
Thank
Sierra
you.
Zulu. And also in the chest, you can there are three black leather covered books. There's nothing written in them, but they seem to be quite expensive looking. Being the dwarf you are, you estimate the value of each book is around 20 or 25 gold each.
Those can go in the backpack.
You also find 3 scrolls. They are wax sealed. So it's a laminate wood laminate tube, 3 tubes sealed with wax, and each wax end bears a symbol. And these are obviously clerical scrolls. However, fun fact: in D&D 5e, anybody can use spell scrolls.
Once they're identified, or are they automatically identified?
No, once they are identified, you can use them. However, bear this in mind. However, if you do not have the spell on your spell list, or if you are a non-spellcaster, doesn't matter which, there's a chance for the scroll to fail. If it fails, we roll on the scroll mishap table.
That sounds fun.
We'll grab
All
those
right.
scrolls.
And there's also a deed. You find the deed to the house.
Hey, you want a house?
Sweet.
Roll for Chip and Joanne Gaines. Go ahead. Fix this house. Go. Roll.
There you go. Shiplath everywhere.
Let's see, which roll would that be?
What?
That would be HG roll. Go.
Okay, okay, got it.
You also find a deed to a windmill and also a signed will.
Okay.
What did the will have listed on it?
The will is signed by Gustav and Elizabeth Durst and bequeaths the house, the windmill, and all other family property to Rosavalda and Thornbolt Durst in the event of their parents' death.
So the little shits outside are the kids,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and they
I think it
needed
would be a
us.
good thing to.
And yeah, put that in the backpack, but don't tell the kids we've got it, because I have an idea. I have a feeling that they sent us in here to get their shit, and all we needed was a big giant Great Dane that ate snacks. Shaggy over here, with his horns on his head and his bagpipes, solve the mystery riddle, and the old man Jenkins from the water park's gonna be. Yeah, you see how this goes? Damn.
So mistrusting of children. They're kids. Come on, man.
I just realized that we have there's a character in the party that has horns on his head, and there's a character in the party with horns coming out of its mouth.
Yeah, they're two horny guys. Let's move on. Okay, I'm moving over to. Is there anything in the wooden box?
No. Well, in the wooden box there were these items, the scrolls and the books and the deeds and the will. The skeleton was clutching a scroll of some sort, but it actually appears to be a letter.
Okay, I will grab that and also put that in the backpack.
Okay, you're
Don't
not
you
going
want to
to
read it?
Yeah, you could read it.
I mean, I'll read it.
All right.
I would read it.
The header of the letter says, "I just remembered I prepared explosive runes today." That's a joke. That's a joke. So, my most pathetic servant. I am not a messiah sent to you by the dark powers of this land. I have not come to lead you on a path to immortality. However many souls you have bled in your hidden altar, however many visitors you have tortured in your dungeon, know that you are not the ones who brought me to this beautiful land. You are but worms writhing in my earth. You say that you are cursed, your fortunes spent. You abandoned love for madness, took solace in the bosom of another woman, and sired a stillborn son. Cursed by darkness, of that I have no doubt. Save you from your wretchedness? I think not. I much prefer you as you are. Your dread lord and master, Strahd von Zarovich.
My grandfather used to tell me never stick your dick in crazy. I'm assuming he also meant evil. So,
Probably, yeah.
moral of the story, kids. So, I guess we go up to
Well.
floor 3, right? Who's going first this time? You can't throw the gnome. She had the balls to go up the dumbwaiter, so we can't really give her that one.
Well, I don't know.
Well, we still have
did
this
just
door
read
down too.
Oh yeah, we have the door down. That's right. My bad.
And I think that letter is very indicative of a dungeon where some crazy stuff could be going on.
Yay!
And you have a key that likely goes to said dungeon.
Maybe so, unless I lose it.
Why don't? Who? All right. Who wants to go downstairs?
Well, we got to go through this double door going to the south, right?
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay, that's true.
Yeah.
Because I was looking. I'm just going to move my guy to show you because we totally missed the door.
No, I totally get that. I totally get that. You're right. We got distracted. We'll go down there and do that. But here's the thing.
Yeah, let's hit that door to the south. I forgot about that. So.
But
Let's kick that door open.
Yeah, Vakin and the kick everything human need to go through the doors. So,
All right.
Want to do the honors, sir?
I will kick that door open.
I just want to put I just want to put the gnome between myself and the door. Okay, now go ahead.
All right. Fun times.
I'm not the football Charlie Brown.
So gossamer drapes
Oh, good
cover the
grief.
windows of this elegantly appointed hall, which has a brass-plated chandelier hanging from the ceiling. There are upholsters. Red leather, yellow leather. There are upholstered chairs that line the walls, and stained glass wall hangings depict beautiful men, women, and children singing and playing instruments. And
The bard will go check out the piano.
there's a harpsichord.
I was going to say.
So there's a harpsichord with a bench, and also a harp. There are also alabaster figurines of well-dressed dancers that adorn the mantelpiece.
Okay, nobody play the harp because we all know that when you play harps in these things, everyone falls asleep and they eat us in our sleep.
Or somebody plays a metal cover on the harp.
But I don't see two
Oh, that's
undead twins here, so we're not going to happen.
Is there any open music sheets or anything on the
Yes.
piano or anywhere else?
Well,
Yeah, it's the Britney Spears songbook.
Oh, we're definitely not playing that shit.
the title is the title of the first song is "Toxic."
Wow.
Written for the harpsichord and harp.
I love you, Gummy.
Yeah, that's about it. There's nothing else in the room.
Okay.
What's inside the piano?
There
Real
are
question.
tension strings.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead and test out a few keys, see if it's in tune.
It is in tune.
Most importantly, no dead children inside, correct?
No dead children. It's actually in pretty good condition.
Okay, do we want to go downstairs and open up the door downstairs? Do we want to go upstairs where the cold chill is? Obviously, probably a lich person.
Dead people are fun. Let's go see the dead people.
Hmm.
Yeah, I kind of say we
There could be
continue
dead
going up at
people
this
in
point.
both directions. All right, yeah, up it is.
Up it is.
I am cool with leading the charge again, in case there are no lights on up there.
Are you getting uppity?
Oh, well.
Oh, there. The gnome actually knows that the dumbwaiter goes up.
Do we want to do the dumbwaiter again?
I'm
Oh,
down.
stairs work.
Stairs will work for
I mean,
now.
it's fair enough. I mean, if that goes up again, it could be pretty effective.
Effective at
Stairs.
killing
What the
her.
hell's up there?
If we want to keep using the gnome for bait, I mean, I guess we can.
What else do you use a gnome
It
for?
worked.
Other than a croquet
I'm-
ball or a lawn dart, you can't really use them for anything else.
So you're going up the
You know
dumbwaiter.
what? I'm not even going to say that.
Going up the stairs.
I want to grab one of the oil lamps off of the wall on my way to the stairs.
Mist, are we doing dumbwaiter or are you going up the stairs?
It looks like somebody said they wanted to grab an oil lamp and go upstairs.
Okay, I was just asking.
All right.
Let's just do it.
Unless I heard that.
Nah. Let's just do it. Let's go up.
Up we go.
Gnome leading the charge. I'll come behind you.
Famous last words.
Yeah.
Everybody hide behind the gnome. Always.
Oh,
Yeah,
you-
no, get in front.
Everyone hide your knees and below behind the gnome. That's great, guys.
Yep. Yeah.
Just so you guys know, I'm proceeding up the stairs very slowly, shillelagh, firmly, and
And
Wow.
I'm standing over you with an oil lamp.
Dripping hot wax on her head.
hey, thanks, bud. Hey, thanks.
With friends like this, who needs enemas? Okay.
All right. The state of the floor here is just like the state of the house outside. It's very decrepit. It's saying that it has seen better days is an understatement. The floorboards are creaky. The walls have the few walls that have paint on them still have it hanging off in rolls, kind of almost like old wallpaper, but obviously paint. And it kind of wafts with a breeze that's coming from somewhere. It's very chilly up here. The light from the oil lamp is flickering, casting a very spooky element to the otherwise gloomy and decrepit surroundings.
So there are 3 doors and a set of double doors, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
So you have reached the red marble staircase to its full height, and you come to a dusty balcony. There is a suit of black plated armor standing against one wall, and it's draped, and I mean draped and covered in cobwebs. There are oil lamps, of course, as well. The oak paneled walls have seen better days, and like I said, with the paint, they have been spruced up in some time, but the paint is peeling. Behind the paint, there's a scene of of woodland creatures and trees and falling leaves and tiny critters. All right, and so let me see. Hang there for. Don't move your tokens. I'm going to.
Oh, okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. Yeah. Okay. So, starting from old school, that's 1 and 2. Then the paladin is 3 and 4, and the Minotaur is 5 and 6, and so forth. I'm gonna roll a d10.
Damn it.
So that's a 10. That means
Missed.
a gnome. Yes.
Uh-oh.
Oh, indeed.
Is this where I
We,
shoot
we
her?
did say the gnome was bait.
Do I need to shoot her now, or?
Let me see.
Okay, what am I doing that these guys are too chicken shit to do?
Well, it's not really what you're doing, but what's happening. See, we are at 11. Open it here. Open it here, yes. There's a slight delay. I am finding some features here. So, all right, you are being attacked. The suit of armor
Sweet.
attacks you. Let's see. And since this is its first strike, it's going to. It hits you with a 17 to your armor class, your AC.
Holy shit.
Your AC number.
Which is the number in the middle of your armor class shield, right there on the top of your sheet.
Yeah, so he's got me by 3. So
Yeah. You are going to take a grand total of 4 points of damage.
Damn, that's half her hit points.
And now combat is going to start.
Okay, do we all do initiative
Roll
rolls?
initiative.
So, what I want you to do is select your tokens in Roll20
Okay.
Okay.
and then
and
go
avenge me.
over to D&D Beyond and roll for initiative from there.
Okay. Wow. Big giant 1 on that one. My initiative is 3. I mean, how do I put the 3 in there?
It's there.
Oh, I don't even see myself.
I think I got a little higher than everybody else here.
Just a bit. Did you install Roll20 on your browser, or not Roll20? What is it? Beyond 20?
Beyond 20. That's fine. I will just add him. It's fine.
Yeah, my initiative roll is 3.
Yeah, we will do it. We will do it for next.
Okay.
So.
Yep. Should Mistwin also roll initiative too?
Yes. Yes, she should.
Either that Minotaur or that elephant better put themselves between the gnome and the...
Well, that Minotaur's going last, so he ain't doing shit for a bit.
You're right. Damn right.
I got a 4. Did that come up?
No, it didn't.
No, I'll just add you. Win.
The dwarf is the only one to beat the armor.
Did you get a 4?
Well, at least someone did, and the armor isn't just going to get another free strike.
Chelsea, did you get a 4? Chelsea, how much?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. I had a 4.
4. All right. Alrighty. So this is the start of combat. So as you can see, the animated armor is over there. I'm going to this. Yeah. Okay. And it struck the gnome. It just struck out and backhanded her across the face. Because what else is it going to reach with its hands?
Rude.
Pimp slap on the gnome.
And it's the dwarf's turn, Francesco Cavalieri. What are you going to do in these cramped corners? Are you going to do burning hands or something like that?
Please don't.
House catches on fire. Everyone dies. Shit.
You know, I could make the house catch on fire. That is a possibility, and then we just all run.
Also, the back in the old days, the proper way to cast burning hands. This is the somatic form to cast burning hands, because it's a fan of flames.
Oh, you hit
Anyway.
everyone.
Yeah,
Getting some Manos in the hands of
Ray
fate.
of Frost.
Ray of Frost.
Yep.
Okay. Roll to hit. That's an 8 to hit. That's not enough to hit him. So sorry.
Sorry.
No, you're not.
I'm this much sorry. This much.
God.
That much? That's more than I thought.
And depending on how far away from the camera, it can actually be a lot more.
What an ass. That's hilarious.
Perception.
Perception?
No, I'm saying it's perception, the size.
Yeah.
Does okay. Wow.
Size isn't everything.
Oof.
Yeah. So, are you going to do anything else, Mr. David? You've used your action. You have your movement points. You have, if you have something to do with a bonus action, you could. And the light is. My light is okay.
Actually,
All right.
oh no,
So
that's an
next
action. Never
one-
mind.
Next one would be the animated armor.
I missed.
The animated armor is looking around, looking at the gnome with distaste. Like, it couldn't believe that it just hit such a small thing. And is going to strike the most intimidating thing around.
The paladin. No.
The big moo.
Bring it on.
There's a horned creature standing right in front of it, and it's going to hit the bard. It's going to hit you twice.
Oh shit.
First roll. 13. Does that hit you or AC?
That will hit me.
Ooh.
It's going to deal a grand total of 3 points of bludgeoning damage. And it's going to slam you again. Does a 6 hit you?
That will miss.
I gathered as much. He hits and then he misses. All right, now we get to the French name, or I think it's a French name.
Yes, it is.
Yes, Dual de la Motte.
Yes.
This
Both
is your
names
time
taken
to
from
shine.
champagne bottles.
Nice. Nice.
Way to use your knowledge to an advantage. I like that.
Cabernet Monk. Anyway.
So it's my turn. I want to whack the thing
Okay.
with my longsword.
Whacking.
Whack-a-mole.
Waka waka.
And it's a normal roll, so... Oh, fuck. No, I don't whack it.
You rolled damage.
Oh.
You didn't
Oh yeah,
roll
that is
to
true.
hit.
I rolled the damage. Wrong button. This one. 25, that's a crit.
Oh, that hits.
That's a crit. So you keep the 7 and you roll again. Well, yeah. Just roll your damage again.
It doesn't have to confirm the critical even. Nice.
No. He crits, and that's an automatic hit, and he deals extra damage.
I think it's an...
He just rolls an extra d8.
I don't think it showed up for some reason.
You can also roll the extra d8 from within Roll20. There's a die roller on the bar to the toolbar
On the left.
Yeah.
left.
The gnome is a druid, by the way, those who are asking.
So another 3.
So 10 points of damage to the armor.
Nice.
That
Very
is
good.
That is quite a hefty hit.
Pow!
Kapow!
The name of Tyr. And that's my turn.
And there's a splash screen of pow. Soren. Monk.
Okay. We're in very close quarters, so
Yes.
it's difficult to do much. But I do have my, I've been walking around with my quarterstaff in hand. So, and because, thankfully, I have the gnome very short to my left, I can take my quarterstaff, and what I'm going to try to do is knock the suit of armor in the kind of neck and head and kind of try to slam it down with my first strike.
Yep.
And then as hopefully that will pull it down, because I'm a monk, I'm also going to then use my unarmed strike to bring my knee up into its chest.
So you're are you trying to strike it with the attack, or are you trying to strike it to perform a trick to make it prone?
I'm going to try to strike it as the attack, and then hopefully that attack will allow me then to just come straight up with my knee.
Okay.
So for the first attack with the quarterstaff, that is a crit.
That's a crit. All right. So within Roll20, you can click the quarterstaff from the chat, and you can basically roll the damage from there. Yes. All right.
Well, there we go.
4 points of damage. It
So
displays
it's 6 plus 4. Is that how that works?
6 plus crit. So
So that's 10 total.
It's silly. Let me see here. 6 plus crit. D4. Yep, that's a 10. That's 10. Very nice. And you're going to strike it with your unarmed.
Right. So that definitely with the crit has then pulled him forward, which then
Yes.
will allow me to come straight up into the chest, and hopefully that'll then push him back against the wall. So rolling for that unarmed strike.
That hits.
That is an 18.
That hits. It
Okay.
hits him smack dab in the chest.
Excellent. So then I'll roll for damage.
It's a 4.
So I got a 4.
All right. It's looking really, really badly beaten up.
Here comes Shillelagh.
Vengeance! Get your vengeance! We've really weakened it.
Can I ask a question just because I've never been in this situation?
Yes, you can.
So I think I have 2 options as to what I could do. I think I could hit him with my shillelagh, like the fan favorite. But I also have ice knife. Would that be worth using?
Ice knife. So ice knife is a cool spell. However, FYI, this is an area spell. So it would strike the target and then hit everyone around it, including you.
I'm seeing that now. I'm seeing the part where it says the target and each creature within 5 feet.
Yeah.
Okay, so shillelagh it is.
Shillelagh costs you a bonus action to cast, and then you use the attack action. So that it uses up initially. It uses up your bonus action, but it lasts for a minute. So you use it once, and then you attack with it, and after that, for a minute, you can attack with it as you want. That's just the mechanics.
How do I go about doing that?
So there's a thing on your character sheet where it says hit DC. Sorry, hit DC.
I just saw Death
Oh my
Reaper.
God,
Stab it in the toe.
My entire D&D Beyond just.
Oh, sorry, it might be me. Try it again.
It's loading, guys. Sorry.
Yeah, that was my fault. Sorry. I went to view your character. So it could have been my fault that you didn't.
Get out of my shit.
Get out of my stuff.
No, I appreciate you wanting to. Okay, what am I looking? What am I looking at? It's loading.
Under your actions, there should be Shillelagh, and you just click the +4 in there to attack. It's it's a +4 under hit /DC to Shillelagh.
I've got a 13.
Damn.
+4, so it's a 17.
17, and because of the monk's attack, the armor is in a worse situation. It hits.
She is going to stab it in the toe.
So then you roll damage. It's right next to the where you took to roll. It's the damage tab of the shillelagh. It should be 1d8 plus whatever your modifier for wisdom is.
7 plus 2 is 9.
So this never happens. This has never happened since I started DMing. Because usually an attack will take the monster over below 0 or leave it at 1 hit point. However, you got the exact remaining hit points. It's dead.
You guys are so lucky I was in this fight. You guys would not have made it without my effort. Because of me eating these cookies and milk right now, it's how you guys got like legit victory.
You're so
Okay,
lucky.
but you're
I'm
literally
just
eating those
imagining the
cookies too
lizard
close to the
legs
camera.
shaking.
You're so lucky, old school, to be able to drink milk. I love milk, but I'm allergic to milk. And
He's lucky
tomatoes.
that his lovely girlfriend bought him those cookies.
Tissue of lies. Do not believe a word the gnome says.
Fun times.
So do I get to do anything except, just look really like I scared him to death?
Well, you scared him to death. It actually appears like you actually scared him to death, although it wasn't ever looking at you.
Oh, sorry.
So that means combat is over.
Yay. Well, for some of us, combat never started.
So it's all thanks to the monk, the paladin, and the gnome. Woohoo!
Yeah, so what we were doing was,
Great combat.
yeah. So while you guys were fighting a deadly suit of armor, I did a video reaction. It'll be up tomorrow.
Nice.
So what I'm understanding is from my first combat, that was kind of cool.
Yeah, it's fun.
Glad you like it.
Duval would actually walk up to the gnome and as he touches the gnome on the shoulder and says, "Good job, I'm gonna use 4 points of lay on hands and heal you for 4 hit points."
He touches you in a good way.
Nice.
Mama like.
Yes. So
That's no bad touch.
Nice.
So here's a good point that Magnet actually came onto during the combat. You can flavor your attacks however you want. Spellcasters, you can flavor your spells however you want them to appear, and they could appear however you want each time you cast them. Like you could, for example, through some, like the frostbolt, it could have been just a snowball, or it could have been a white dove glistening with sparkles and glitter, striking the target and exploding in a puff of cotton or something. So yeah, just go knocking futs with your descriptions if you want. You don't have to, but it could make it more memorable for you and for the people viewing.
And sometimes your flavorful thing can lead to someone else doing something really flavorful too.
And it could also lead to some like logos on t-shirts.
There you go.
I was about to say you guys have to stop saying flavor in front of him.
You really, really do. Because I'm going to use my double short sword to do a 2-piece chicken combo from Popeyes, and it's on.
We're going to Flavor Town, guys.
Okay, so what do we do after fight? Is there some kind of thing we're supposed to do next, or we just continue?
So
You think
it's up to you. So there's a mechanic called a short rest, but a short rest is usually an abstract sense of like an hour or so of in-game time of doing not much, like other than just patching up or dusting off or meditating or something like that. You would do that in a quiet spot. But yeah, you've now encountered your first hostile, so could be more. Could be.
Well, I was gonna say I don't think we need a short rest because
No, we
the only
really
person
don't.
that took damage was healed.
Yeah. This is true. And the
But
and the bard also took some damage.
Hmm?
And the bard took some damage as well.
oh yes, it's true. Maybe that short rest could be good.
So
Nah, I'm only down. I'm good. I'm only down 3.
Okay.
during a short rest, you can also spend your hit dice. And when you spend a hit die, you at the end of the short rest, you roll your hit die one at a time, and add your Constitution modifier to the outcome, and that will heal you up. However, bear in mind that if you have, let's say, your 4th level, you have 4 hit dice, you spend 3 hit dice, you only recover half of what you spent. So, yeah. And then the next rest, if you haven't spent anything, you recover the rest. Or that's how I rule. You would normally only recover half and half and half and half. But if you go 2 rests if you go 1 rest without taking any damage or well spending any hit dice, you recover whatever you've already spent. It makes things a little bit more easy, while also being kind of dangerous. All right. I'm going to topple this out. So what do you want to do now? You have a choice of 4 doors.
I'm since
Well,
I did
think-
absolutely nothing, I'm pretty sure that Dave's gonna pillage or Captain Kick Everything to Death is gonna pillage his body. Before he does it, I'm gonna step over here and I'm gonna open the small door to the bottom. I'm gonna check to see if it's locked.
It's open.
Oh, good, because you've been fucking useless.
No, he's not.
We've been carrying you the whole game, man. Come on.
It's unlocked. Are you going to open it?
Yes.
Be careful, Loki 6. Because he just throwed up.
Okay, we'll just.
Who threw up?
I'm confused.
Never mind. So you have now found the bathroom. It contains a wooden tub with clawed feet, a small iron stove with a kettle resting upon it, and a barrel under a spigot in the east wall. A cistern on the don't need to know that. It's basically how they collect water for the shower.
Okay. So, do I roll to search the room?
If you want,
So
you can perceive or investigate, but
I'm gonna investigate thoroughly.
Okay.
17 plus 2 is 19.
yeah, you actually find underneath the bathtub there's a plunger.
Oh. Like
It's actually well made. It's actually quite hefty. You could actually use this like a mace.
Oh.
It's that heavy, and it's a fairly wieldly plunger. But yeah, it's a
I'm going
plunger.
to ask for the audience to please wield the plunger.
Yeah, lizard boy. Get in there with that plunger, lizard boy.
So this titanium plunger. Okay, so I'm gonna take. Oh damn it! I gotta put this on my fucking sheet, don't I?
So how you the way you add a custom flavored item, you basically go into add items in your equipment, manage equipment, and add items. You find the mace, you add that mace to your inventory, and from your inventory you can customize the weapon, like a plunger, or you can name it something else, and it will display like that in your inventory.
Okay.
I just have to say that Wretch has come in with the best comment.
Okay,
That
mace.
is a weapon.
Okay, this is a bludgeoning weapon. And how do I cheat? Do I just? Is it common, magical, proficient? What is it?
It's you are proficient. You should be proficient with it. It's a and you just add the item.
You have added the item.
And then from your inventory, if
Okay.
you click the mace, you can customize from the menu that appears.
Oh,
So
okay, here it is.
It's active, and then yeah.
So how to customize? Okay, so what do I call it? What is it called?
A well-made plunger.
All right. Okay. Any particular notes about this? Anything I need to know about it?
It's just a regular mace, but it's in the shape of a plunger.
Yay. Any customizations as far as damage or anything, or is it just standard damage?
Just standard.
Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna how do I save this?
Standard damage unless it's
Okay. How do I okay. It says
Yeah. Then just close it out.
oh
Just click out of it.
I did. It's not letting me click out of it.
Try clicking somewhere on your inventory.
No, it
That's weird.
because well-made plunger.
Let's see. Let me open a character of mine.
Oh, it's in my action button now.
Yep.
Okay. I'm never gonna use this shit. I want to keep it because it's funny. Next.
Hey, you might use that on a shit.
Yeah. No. Seriously. Yeah. Like completely on shit.
Okay, after the exploration of a shitty plunger, I'm going to go to the door just past Mistwin here, and just below the bathroom, and open that.
This one here.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So there are dusty shelves that line this room. Few of the shelves have folded sheets and blankets. There are old bars of soap on them and a cobweb covered broom.
Okay, nothing in there. Not
Oh.
even. It is a broom closet, and that is what I've discovered.
As you're standing next to the broom, I moved you back because a thing happens.
A thing happens with the broom. Oh boy.
Yes.
It's a magic broom.
So the broom comes alive and sweeps at you.
It's a self-cleaning
crits.
house.
Okay.
It crits you.
Did it sweep him off his feet?
Ah!
It deals
A
a grand
broom
total.
critted me.
Yep. It crits you for 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Jesus!
I am down to 1 hit point.
Is that broom made of titanium or something?
So you are all. You need to click your tokens because now combat is ensuing.
Oh Jesus!
Click your tokens and
Gone this whole
roll
time
your-
without combat.
Can't believe I got critted by.
a broom.
I'm gonna roll my
So-
initiative.
I gotta figure out damage here.
My initiative is a whole 4, by the way. Put being
4?
4. Yeah.
Okay.
Good luck,
I'm
guys.
down to 1.
And Mistwind.
At least I got a 20 for my initiative, so there will be vengeance on this broom. I can't, when
There's
did I
a,
ever
there's a
think I'd
sentence
have
over
to
here
say
every day.
that?
Vengeance on the broom.
Exactly.
So Chelsea, what's your initiative?
Hey, lizard boy, it could be worse. Add me a 1 there. Get out.
1.
So, question: is the broom
the-
wearing
what-
itself?
What is your dexterity modifier, Chelsea?
Another 1.
Is your dexterity modifier a 1? So if your dexterity modifier is a +1 and you roll a 1 on a d20, you add them together, and that's your initiative score. So if your dexterity modifier is a 1 and you rolled a 1 on a d20, then it should be 2.
Okay.
All right. So we have. Oh yeah, I forgot this one. Here I have to go into the. So there are 3 layers. Just so you know, there are 3 layers of the map, and there are these tokens all over my map that I can see that you can't. And one of them is the broom.
Broom of doom.
A broom of doom is, and it rolled a grand total of 13. So Marloff and Soren, you are both at 20.
Yeah, Moroff better move his ass.
So with initiative ties, I always rule in the player's favor. So if a monster ties with your initiative roll, you will always go before it. When you guys tie with each other, you will get the chance of choosing who goes first each time.
Okay.
You want your
Plus
vengeance,
some-
sir?
Well, I want my vengeance, and I'm literally right next to it, and it's going to die.
You hope so.
Have at it, my friend.
Okay, so first off, is there a grapple feature in
Yes, it's called athletics.
It's athletics? Okay, I can get +1 to that. I'm just saying, I should just really grab it and then snap it over to me as my unarmed strike, or if I just want to attack it with the quarterstaff.
Yeah, you basically in place of your attack, you just use the athletics skill to try to grab the thing. And
The difference is I get +1 on athletics versus +4 with my quarterstaff.
You might
So
want
since I want vengeance and I want to make sure that this dies, I'm going to use the quarterstaff. So it swept me off its feet, and I'm going to do the same with the quarterstaff and strike that.
Are you gonna sweep yourself off your feet? Gonna do the same. Sorry, I just had to, because the broom.
I'm going to do the same to it that it did to me.
Okay.
I'm going to go with the quarterstaff, and I'm going to use my left arm to just sweep at it, and then once it's off balance, I'm going to just follow through with a heavy right hand and just smack the crap out of it.
Go for it.
Okay, so quarterstaff first. That's an 11.
Does not hit.
All right, well,
it deftly moves away. This
well, here comes the heavy right hand, and maybe it moved in the wrong direction. No, it definitely did not. I'm gonna die to a broom.
Way to go, elephant.
So there's this action called disengage that you can't use right now because you've used your action. The disengage action is basically you're using all of your wits to avoid getting attacked, and then you can use your movement to move out of harm's way. However, if you move without disengaging first, then you
attack of opportunity.
Yes.
You get hit in the back, which has worked really well for you so far.
Depending on which way he's facing when he's backing away. So
now I don't know if I even have disengage at the moment. I know that's something that monks get.
Yeah. You do get that eventually.
So
yeah, I think once you get your cunning action or whatever it is, next level, you can disengage.
Yeah,
right.
Monks get a different
bonus.
thing, but yeah,
as a monk,
it's a similar thing.
Because I was reading like I can spend key points to use disengage as well, and so there's that whole thing. But as it stands, I can't disengage and I can't retreat without an attack of opportunity, and I have one. So I'm going to kindly ask that the Minotaur
get his
butt
over
in here and please take this broom off of my hands. That apparently I can destroy a suit of armor, but the broom is beyond me. I don't understand it.
So
all those years in a library, not once did I come across a broom.
I'm going to ask the bard, do you have the cantrip Vicious Mockery?
Yes, I do.
All right. So you know what it does to if it affects the creature. It's kind of handy to you can
and that is a cantrip. Okay, so
how about a little fire, Scarecrow? Come on.
Move over here. I will cast Vicious Mockery against the broom.
Before you do, roll Arcana to see how much you know of animated things.
Is that Arcana?
Yeah, Arcana skill. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, even though you rolled low, you're fairly certain that a construct cannot take psychic damage.
All right. With the giant elephant on the floor in the room, can I physically get to the broom?
You Yeah. So the thing, how this works with attacking through friendlies, you can always enter your a friendly's space so long as you don't end your turn there. Having said that, if you enter your friend's space and then move out of it without disengaging first, the broom can take a swing at you.
Oh, this is all kinds of fun.
But it can only do that once. Once. You shouldn't smack me with a broom. The janitor smacked me with a broom once. Once.
What do you do? What do you do?
Or if you have any other attacks or spells or even ranged.
I don't really have anything that's gonna.
Quick, go to your shop and make a knife. Go. Throwing knife, go.
Mm-hmm. All right. I will risk it. I will come in and attack. Two-handed with longsword.
Kindling, go.
I gotta say, all the puns that are coming out of this, it's a Legion of Broom.
Yeah, a Legion of Broom. It's awesome.
Perfect.
It's the Legion of Broom. 14.
It was a clean fight. He wiped the floor.
Oh, shut up. It's a clean sweep. Oh.
I take a 10 is not going to hit it.
No. It's pretty light on its bristles.
This is why I'm happy to be in the shitter right now.
It doesn't have feet, it has bristles. So you're gonna you're gonna move away, or do you have
First I'm going to use my bonus action to give our elephant friend a healing word.
Ah.
Nice.
I would very much appreciate that.
Healing word is a nice spell. You receive 5 points of healing. Very nice. Nice going, Mom.
And now I will move out and
face the wrath of the broom of doom.
Yep.
I'm up to 6 guys, and I swear, if this broom gets another critical on me.
Does 16 hit you?
16 will hit me, yes.
For 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
This broom is a badass, bro.
That broom just put me at 1 hit point.
This is like Mike Tyson's broom, bro.
Yeah.
So what I'm picturing in my mind now is the broom in Disney's
Fantasia?
Yeah.
It's the one broom.
Somebody find Mickey and kick his ass.
Yeah.
It's the one broom that survived the slaughter, and he's just sick of it and getting vengeance on the first thing he sees.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So many people are
Guys,
gonna
I
die.
just need somebody to kill the broom before it sweeps me out a fucking window.
Boy, I bet you wish you got that damn dumbwaiter now, don't you?
I don't see any windows right now, so you're safe.
So the broom is going to attack the only thing that's in there with it.
We really should have just left the closet and closed the door.
Is your AC greater than 18?
Oh, God. There's no way.
It's gonna hit me.
Oh, it's gonna hit him.
4 points.
What is this broom?
God's broom, bro.
I'm
It's
down
a
to
Stark
2.
Industries broom.
Yeah. The new clean sweep from Stark Industries.
Clean sweep. Yes. So, Dual de la Motte.
I would like to move in and kind of like push the broom tiny bit with my shield and like do a slower sweep with my sword against the broom and hopefully crack it. Such
Okay.
as moving around.
Split it from bristle to stern, just all the way up.
That's my plan.
It's a Broomba 3.0. Nice.
A 16.
Hits.
Nice.
Oh, thank God.
It hits it squarely.
Ah, god damn it! 6 points of damage.
Hey,
6 points of damage.
props to chat. Jason Page says close brush with death. Oh my God. Moving on.
It's still standing. However, you did slice a piece of it out. However, the piece you sliced out of it,
It's becoming another broom.
it's kind of hanging in the air close to the broom, not really knowing whether to fall away from it or trying to stick itself back together. It's
Damn you, broom. And I think I need to step away from the elephant who's lying on the ground.
This elephant's so dead.
The magnificent stick of doom is not going to attack you because it has reused its reaction.
That is true.
Form itself back up.
Mhm.
Wow.
So a reaction action. It's a reactionary action. You all get 1 reaction per round. And you can use it during your own turn or during someone else's turn.
Now, when you say per round,
Yeah.
does that round restart at your next turn or at the start of the turn order?
No, at the start of next time so like for example Jonas, he uses his reaction, and after his next turn, or rather at the beginning of his next turn, he gets his reaction back.
Excellent, because when my next turn comes, I'm going to be like the brave Sir Robin and bravely run away.
Yeah, advancing to the rear is quite useful. All right, so duel is that your turn?
No, I'm gonna stand over here in case the broom tries to come through like everybody else.
All right. So, Francesco Cavalieri. You can move.
I will blast it with.
Sorry?
I think he froze.
Yeah, I think he froze. Oh, he's coming back. All right, you're gonna what?
So. Right. God. I'm gonna walk right up into the room and blast it with a bolt of fire.
Okay,
Ooh.
so fair. A word of warning: if you're attacking with a ranged attack or a ranged spell that uses that you're trying to attack with a roll, if you're adjacent to the creature you're attacking with a ranged attack,
Get a blow
you
back.
get disadvantage on the roll. So you could.
I hit it.
you-
Can I hit it from there then?
yeah, you can.
But then you're going to do fire through me, aren't you? And is that going to hit me?
No,
Okay.
I'm not the gnome. I'd be able to shoot it over you.
Nice.
or under you, or
I mean,
because
technically, you're
you're not
laying on the ground.
you're not standing still. Combat is movement. You're always on the move, so you can always shoot past your friends, not shoot through your friends.
So.
Please roll a good roll. Please roll a good roll. Please roll a good roll.
Will a 14 hit the broom?
It barely hits.
C's get degrees. I don't care if it's a barely, it hit.
4 damage.
4 damage. Well, it's got frostbite now.
Frostbite from fire?
Yes,
Okay.
cold fire.
Oh, that's
No,
right.
I misheard him. I thought he said frostbite. Yeah, he scorched the broom. It's very sooty. So, Bean.
Um,
All right, Lizard God.
if I wanted to shoot my bow and arrow, could I stand on a character's square as long as I can move away?
Yeah. And the sorcerer has to move out of the friend's square as well.
The sorcerer's not in a friend square.
Yeah, there he is. Oh yeah. Sorry, I only see my token.
Okay.
No, never mind.
If I go here, I can shoot and still move away, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so I'm gonna use my longbow. (14 + 4 is 18.
That hits.
I'm gonna roll 8 + 2 piercing damage. Stick this sucker to the wall.
8 + 2.
Yeah, 8 + 2 is
Yeah.
okay, 3.
So, like Robin Hood, you split the broom. The broom is moving around, and at just the right moment, when it kind of bent forwards, the arrow just kind of hits it right smack dab in the center and splits it along the down to the bristles.
See, this is why you guys should have waited for me on the last fight. I could have done all this the first time.
The broom is down.
God.
Okay, someone,
Can
we
take
need.
down a suit of armor, but I can't beat a broom.
Yeah. So my guy now, I'm trying to move him.
I think we're gonna need a long rest for.
Yeah, we're gonna need a long
two
rest
big
and a stop
guys
for
that
tonight
are-
anyway. So,
Yeah.
Well, at least a short. I don't think a short rest would probably be enough, actually.
whatever we need to do, because a lot of these,
Yeah.
almost everyone need. I mean, you're looking at a damn near dead elephant. You've got a Minotaur that's down to what, 1 or 2.
Yeah, I'm down to 1.
Yeah, so whatever
Yep.
it takes to restore.
Mm-hmm.
So some of you have spells they can use.
Yes,
and
can
you-
I
and
use healing word on our elephant friend, please?
Sure. Then you roll the die from the healing word spell. I think it's a D6. If memory serves.
Use cure wounds on the cow.
I rolled a 4.
Yep.
I will gladly take it. Thank you.
Robin
You
Lizard.
are
Back up to 6.
So cure wounds is a
every little bit, right?
A little bit.
D8 plus your casting modifier.
So the cow gets 5 hit points back.
All right. Mm.
And I did mark that spell slot.
So yeah, at this point, then maybe a short rest, and yeah, we'll call it.
Yep. So what do we do? Do we all click short rest or no?
You can. Yeah, you can click short rest and
I'm resetting my hungry jaws. Whatever.
And then you can click that roll hit die for, right? That's what you were saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. I'm back up to full health.
Oh, I've never been hit, so I wouldn't know. Yay!
Yeah, put me back up to full also with my hit die.
Okay, time of death
Let me know,
9:20
I will
p.m.
never
since
take
we called
Broom
it.
for granted again.
Well, everybody, here's the best part about this. Since we're all taking our short rest, and I know that Eunice has to go to bed because he is the only person that far into the wilderness out in Finland. He's fastly approaching dawn over there. So what we can do is we'll call it tonight. We'll play again next Monday, if that's the first day that everyone's available.
Should be, yeah.
For me.
Okay.
I say we keep it on Mondays.
Yeah, keep it on Mondays.
Yeah, so keep a standard.
Yeah, same time, because even though we would like to start earlier, we have to respect the fact that those out on the West Coast, we're starting at 4:00 in the afternoon for them. So, got to give David time to get his homework and everything else wrapped up. So, and dinner and everything else over there. I'd like to keep it to no more than 3 hours, so that way Eunice can get sleep. Unless he decides he can go longer, that's up to him. That's on him, 100%. I think we should let him decide that, considering he is the one that goes furthest into the morning. And the best part about it is we can literally pick up right where we are. We don't have to go through the whole slow start like we did tonight. We'll just catch right onto it. Anyone have anything before we go?
I
No,
just want to say thanks to everybody for being super helpful.
you are very welcome.
Thank you for being baked and healing and being awesome. Everyone in here saving me.
And hey, the first kill in the party goes to the gnome, so that's awesome.
Also, the first hit from an enemy goes to the gnome.
Yep.
There's a lot of firsts for Chelsea in D&D.
Yes.
Like probably first time she's ever made a character in D&D.
Yeah.
First time for everything D&D related.
There's
So
a first
yeah,
time
I
for
had a
everything.
good time. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, that's awesome. And thanks for the game, guys. It was very fun and as chaotic as I hoped it to be.
Okay, 3 cheers for the Dungeon Master, and everyone have a great, wonderful week. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yeah.
I got some serious, toast to you, Mike. You guys know y'all have laid some heavy lists of requests this week. I have to work a little bit of overtime tomorrow, getting 31 videos done this week. God help me.
Sorry.
Yeah, don't say you're sorry. That's not even including the Leo and the other ones I have to do. So
Don't overdo it.
I'm not. I already talked to Andre about that shit. He's cool.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We'll see you guys on the next one.
See ya.
Nice.
Now,
Night.
Violet's going to be a good one. I listened to it last night.
Yeah, it will.
I am gonna go to sleep. Good night, people.
Good night, guys.
Now, Eunice.
Good night.
All right. Okay, everybody. That was the stream. That was Chelsea's first time ever playing Dungeons and Dragons. It's the first time I've played Dungeons and Dragons in 30 years. 30 years. Love you, Andre. I'm just messing with you. And he knows I love him. Andre's just the man. So anyway, guys, that was our first time playing Dungeons and Dragons. Of course, we're always looking for more things to. Yeah, she's pretty cool. She's my love squeeze. So, all right, everyone. That'll be the end of the stream tonight. We have a lot of reactions to do tomorrow. Everyone, tip of the hat to Gunmunder from Iceland. As he dodges lava flows, he can still DM a Dungeons and Dragons game. So, my name is Old School Nerd, and I would like to thank all of you for coming in. Hopefully everyone enjoyed it, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Don't forget, Sunday, live stream, song requests, and also next week, right here on Monday, 6 p.m. my time, all of you come back. We'll see what all of all of us can get into, and I will have fresh jokes. I promise. And they'll be funny next time. They'll be funny. See you guys later. Good night.